Oh my, well, it's a little low. We did okay. Holy shit. It's a fucking miracle. Good morning. Hold on, sorry. Loud. So loud in my ears right now. Jesus fucking Christ. It's all working. Well, no, well, that's a loaded question. I don't want to jinx myself. My long story short, my life has been really fucking just chaotic in the past like month. I don't know. I think I'm just walking chaos and I attract it. I don't know. But like long story short, my desk got injured and I tried fixing it. And then the other day, I was chilling at my desk and I noticed that it was bubbling and I was able to literally peel the entire layer of paint off that I put on. So yesterday when I tried to go live, sat on my computer for 2 hours, couldn't go live. I was like, fuck this. Fuck Twitch. Fuck everything. I'm tearing my desk apart. So I took literally all my monitors. I took everything off my desk, like everything, and then sanded the fuck out of it. And it's got literally like caulk, not caulk. What is it? It's got quick dap all over it because it's not done. But what the? Oh my god, are my? Oh, they're so low. My alerts are working. They're just so low. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for some of the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it native swings. Chronicle as well. Mike, Mikey, and Chronicle. Thank you so much for some of the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it native swings. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. You have one bud left. Oh my god, Beth. Do you have Keef? Have you checked your Keef trap? I really like this song, even though T Swift's a weird one. Yeah. So yesterday, tore my entire desk apart and sat here and like If it's what is this shit called? Spackling. Jesus Christ. Spackled the fuck out of it. But this morning I had to leave it. You have to like leave it overnight. You have to leave it, whatever amount of hours to dry, and it becomes like a rock. But I had to leave everything off, and I had to put everything back on my piece on my desk this morning, like all my monitors and everything. And my arms are so fucking tired. It's not that they're that heavy. Like they're heavy. Monitors are heavy. Go fuck yourself. I have bird arms. Suck my ass. They're really heavy, but they also have the arms on them. Like the arms are like drilled into the back of the monitors. So you can't just move the monitors by themselves. You got to pick up the whole arm with it. And they're just like they swing around on the arm when you're trying to move them and the monitor flips. And it's just, I'm really tired. And I have to do it again. Like I have to tear all this off again to finish because I can't afford a new desk. Like I don't know what to do. I got to fix this desk. I fuck my life. I'm so tired. My arms hurt so bad. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. I don't know what the fuck happened yesterday, by the way. That was weird. That wasn't me. Even though Zach could go live, apparently there was something going on. I have no idea what it was. I never saw a conclusion, but I would press go live on Twitch. On OBS. OBS would say I was live, but Twitch did not. Like it wouldn't. I wasn't live, obviously. Like I literally hit live and then went and took my dogs out, came back, and no one was in chat. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, stream's not live. So then I went into my OBS. I mean, it's just like nonstop. I feel like every day I wake up, it's like, what new chaos is gonna hit? So I go into my fucking settings yesterday to like, normally when OBS is being weird, the quick, simple thing is just repaste in your stream key and it's usually good. The whole box to put your stream key in was not there. Like OBS got rid of it. Like it was just not there to even put in a stream like key. I know. And Zach's sitting here with me watching this. Like I have witnesses. It was so weird. So I like disconnect from OBS, as you do, and then reconnect, and suddenly my stream key's there. And I'm like, cool. So I put in my stream key, still no live, still doesn't go live. So I go to Twitch, and Twitch has logged me out. So I don't know. I like go to the Twitch, the chat to chat to you guys, and it logged me out. So then I try to log in. You can't write this shit because it's boring. It's just fucking irritating. So I do like I put in my password. It says that's not my password. So I do password recovery. If you do password recovery through Twitch, what they do is they text you like a code and you put that in and that's confirming it's you. It's their 2-factor, whatever. And I did it once. I pressed one time, send me that code. And I got 7 text messages from 2 different numbers. And every single one was the exact same code. It was all Twitch, the same code over and over. It was 45523. I'll never forget it. Over and over and over. It's not that anymore. Over and over. So I go to put that in, and the Twitch website goes, "You've requested an SMS password too many times. Please try again later." It took 12 hours. How does that help Twitch? Seriously, you had the same shit? What the fuck?
It's a lot 9 gobble gobble $100. Get a damn new desk. We love you.
Do you see what you've done? That says 420, right? Fucking thank you, Jesus Christ. What? Thank you. That was insanely generous. I appreciate you. I'm hoping to God a new Jesus. I forgot I changed all my alerts and they're just fucking dumb. I'm gonna laugh a lot at that stupid shit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really hope a new desk doesn't cost $100, but I will. I just want to save this desk. I feel like it would be like a personal conquest if I was able to save it. But considering it took on so much bong water that it bubbled like a fucking disease or like, what are those, adult chicken pox? That's literally what it looked like on my desk. Like, I don't know. Ugh. Kinger, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking ace swings for so goddamn long. I appreciate you. Why are you being a dick fart right now, computer? Don't. Not today. Not today. Not today. We're better today. Kurtz, I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Happy 420. Should we cheers to that? Dude, Sheepy, when it rains, golf ball size hail falls from the sky and people go to the ER because of it. That's, like, I've thought about it because, like, I don't really think the universe is out to get me. I do, for some reason, attract a lot of just fucking chaos. And I've never understood it. It's just me. It's been me my whole life.
I tell you to come, you better come.
Those alerts are so dumb. You know, that's from A Christmas Story. When I say come, you come. I save a lot of weird things. Shingles, thank you. Shingles, yes. Yeah. Well, that's so psycho. Like, thank fuck I don't keep my PC on my desk. So my PC cases, they're on like a rack against the wall over here. They're so far away from me. I would really have to do something extreme to fuck them up. And I do that on purpose because I know me. I don't want to be anywhere near my PC cases. I try to touch them as least as off as possible. I don't want to, like, I know who I am. I know that things just break around me. I don't fucking get it. But I think, like, the mix of me just being a walking chaos ball and living in Colorado, I think that's what's causing this storm of just, like, perfect hell for me. I don't know. Arcane Oracle. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an ace to that motherfucking Prime sub. Do not forget your Prime subs, everyone. Bezos makes millions of dollars, and every time you forget to use your Prime sub on anyone, not just here, literally anyone, you shove a $5 bill up the G-string of Jeff Bezos. Let's fucking stop. I appreciate you. Faux leather contact cement may work. No shit. So I've almost gone through the ringer, Beth. Like, the only thing I haven't done yet is either a resin pour or a polyurethane sealer. Like, I haven't done that yet because I feel like if there's still liquid, like if there's still moisture in the desk, I shouldn't seal it, right? So I've been, just sanding the fuck out of it and hitting it with heaters and fans. Like, literally yesterday it was almost 90 degrees outside and I had heaters going on in this room just trying to dry my fucking, I don't know. It's like I've been attacked and I need to attack back on the desk. But the only thing I'm really scared of is if it has enough moisture, is it going to start bowing in the middle? Because it's just like particle board or whatever. It's just a cheapy like IKEA desk from years ago. These alerts are really cute. AKA Dizzle, you're very kind. Thank you. And thank you for the hype train. Those alerts are literally going to make me cry. My God. Mismo! Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an ace for 44 fucking months in a row.
I appreciate you. Hail Satan.
Can I just say the most annoying part about moving everything on my desk? If you have a Go XLR, I'm sure you already know what I'm going to say. If you breathe near a Go XLR, they stop working. They disconnect. There's something wrong with Go XLRs where they didn't secure the chassis in the back of it where you plug everything in. They didn't secure it inside the model. So everybody that has a Go XLR has dealt, like if you unplug things twice in a row, you've unseated that whole chassis in the back. So literally just like knocking my desk too hard will make my Go XLR just turn off. So every time I have to clear my desk off, I have to move the Go XLR and I have to restart my computer and restart the Go XLR app and then redo all my set. It's fucking, I want to die sometimes. I'm not going to, I don't think, but like I want to sometimes. Yes. It's so weird to actually like use a mouse. I gotta open up Discord, but yes. But have you checked your disk though?
You came back.
Rod, is yours broke? Dude, Beth, if you have ideas, seriously, like I consider myself a pretty handy person, and I'm feeling defeated. Beth, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an ace. That motherfucking Prime sub! Don't forget your Prime subs. Seriously, no pressure to use them here. I'm very much appreciative, but please just use them. Bezos makes so much fucking money.
When I tell you to come, you better come.
So stupid. I'm a fucking moron. Absolutely, Sheepy, and thank you for coming by to remind me I have one. You know, I've been very scattered lately. It's just too much. I don't know what to do. Brandy Buck, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a motherfucking anus its wings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. It broke hard, really. Honestly, Mishy, if the issue with those plugs was fixed, the Go XLR is magic. I fucking adore it. I love my Go XLR. It is so easy, so user-friendly. I wish there were more sound buttons on it, but really I've got 12. Like there's plenty. It's just that. It's that I can't move the Go XLR. Like I can't just pick it up and move it without it just deciding, like it just cuts all the sound and you have to unplug everything in the back, plug it all in, and then restart all the software and restart your computer if it does that. That's my one complaint, because the Go XLR, like I've had mixers before. That's basically all a Go XLR is. It's a mixer for streamers. And before I had the Go XLR, I actually had a Yamaha mixer. And it was okay, but it's literally designed for sound recording. It's not designed for streaming. So getting my voice to sound realistic in a mic, like there would be none of this.
Sir, whose tail is you digging in?
You can't get that anywhere else. I guess you could do it with a keyboard. Really? You could set like hotkeys if you were that talented, but I am not that fucking smart. Oh, no shit. I grabbed the link, Psycho. Ooh, it's an L too. I wonder how tall it is, because that's one thing, like I've never bought like a desk or a table or anything like that online, because my legs are so fucking long that the vast majority of desks and tables out there, I can't cross my legs under the desk. The moment I just pick the desk up if I do. So, like, the reason I like these IKEA desks is you get those, the legs that are adjustable. You know, you, like, unscrew the bottom half and you just yank them in and out, and they're basically like a jerk off. You know what I'm talking about? The legs, they're, like, adjustable. That's why I love them, because I can make the table as tall as I want, and I can fit under it and cross my legs. Like, that is a dream come true. Dude, Sheepy, I had a really weird thought. Like, I didn't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but this month was the best month in terms of QT for my life to be set on fire. That's the only saving grace. Like, that's it. That's it. And on top of it, I have fucking sinus infection and my teeth hurt. Ow. Programmable keys, yeah. Lethal, I've seen people get, like, those little keyboards, you know? Like a little It's literally just got like 6 buttons on it, and they'll program that, but then you don't have all the sound stuff, so you need that and a mixer. The Go XLR is a great thing. They just need to up their fucking production quality on that seating chassis in the back because it's fucking stupid. A sit-stand table, I've thought about it. They're never big enough. For me, like, literally, they're just not big enough. I need lots of room. I can't, I would feel so gross at, like, this. I need, like, this. I think it's just because I'm tall, though. I just need room. 30 high. I don't know. I'll have to measure mine. I don't know how tall my knees are. Oh, is there a pic with dimensions on it? I was going to look at it later, but I'll look at it now. We'll see. Thank you for the hype train, by the way, my dudes. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll have to measure this one and see how tall it is. I don't know how long my legs are, honestly, but I know, like, it's a miserable experience going out to dinner because I can't cross my fucking legs, and I'm like, I want to go! I need to twitch. I need to be able to move, and when you, like, saddle my legs under a low table, go fuck yourself. It's like sitting on an airplane for too long. No, true. We can figure it out, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm never one to give up. If anything, that's like my curse, is I never give up. I have perpetual hope. I have perpetual try hard. It's the worst. I wish I didn't have that. I don't want it. I'd love to give up, but I literally cannot give up. On anything. It is so fucking annoying. Good morning, Knives. How are you? Coconut oil for your teeth, best thing I've ever found. Oh, no shit. My problem is my sinus, because of the sinus infection, it makes my teeth feel like they're floating. I think your sinuses, like, literally are wired into your gums. You know, they're like butterflies across your face. And every time I, like, it's almost like, you know, when you bite a spot on your cheek and you keep biting that same spot? If I, like, nick one of my molars real hard while just talking, suddenly I'm like, oh no. Ow. It sucks. I should be good for Monday. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I will not disassemble my desk the day before Monday. I will promise you that. That is the only thing that would bar. Like, I'm hoping to get this done tonight. And then we'll see, like, I don't know. I will not disassemble anything the night before that. Knives, I can't afford a desk replacement. Well, I could. Literally, Hertz just threw $100 at me and said, go buy a new desk. But, yeah, I'm like, I don't like to just throw shit away, especially if it's not totally, like, the desk looks fine. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I can fix it. I don't like wasting stuff, and I don't like creating, like, landfill stuff. It's a weird hang up I have. So I'm trying. I think my biggest puzzle right now is how do I know all the moisture is out of the table, and how do I get it out of the table? Because obviously it's still there, even though the table feels totally dry and is dry, because it's doing the bubble. Like, I don't, you know? Oh, but I didn't lose to anyone else. Apparently, shut the fuck up. They have no money to hire me on. Why did they even do it? No, oh, I needed cheers. I think I said cheers and then just didn't. Cheers to the 420. Oh, Drakus, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad you're getting over yours. Yeah, I felt it for like a week, like all last week. Every day before stream, I would sit and just all day for like an hour. I could feel it coming on. And I was just like taking sinus tabs and drinking shit tons of water and tea. Like, no, bitch. But here we are. I think it's because I've been doing yard work. Cheers.
Penetrate that asshole.
Fuck me. I'm gonna be rude. Oh, how much have I spent on products? Nothing yet, Hurts. That's the thing. I wouldn't spend more money on fixing this desk. Like, I won't spend the amount of money to fix this desk that it would cost to just get a new table, because it's a cheap IKEA table. That's all it is. Like, nothing. Everything that I've done to it, I have, because I just fix it. I like to fix shit, so I had all this. Yeah, everything I've done, I have. I've already have, like, all this shit. Yeah, we're good. I wouldn't. I'm not that stupid. Sometimes. Fixing requires sanding and ironing. That's what I've been doing, Knives. No shit. Knives, literally, like, that's what I was just telling chat. So, like, yesterday, because I'm blaming Twitch. Twitch was a fuck story yesterday. I don't know what happened. But, I literally took all my monitors, everything off the desk, cleared the entire desk off, sanded the living fuck out of it. And then yesterday it was like almost 90 degrees out, and I had heaters blowing in this room, like heaters blowing at the desk. heaters. I had a fan underneath it, like blowing the hot air from underneath. So I don't know what else to do. You know? Like, what more can I do to dry it out other than that? But that's what I've been doing, literally. Like, my arms hurt so bad, not just from sanding. Like, sanding a giant table is like a whole body experience, but lifting my monitors and their arms off and onto my desk all morning. Because they're called North Bayou arms. I don't fucking know. They're decent monitor arms, but they're pretty fucking heavy in themselves. And then when you pick them and pull them off the desk, the monitor will just start swinging around in a circle, and it's just, my arms hurt. I think I got a muscle. I think I built a muscle, and I don't want it. Oh my God. Yes, I did, Zoe. I almost couldn't pay attention to the whole thing. Should we watch it together? Because it's so much like legal jargon I didn't understand. Barilla, happy Pride, and thank you so much for those biddies. Sorry, I fucking missed it. Happy Pride Month right at the end of Men's Mental Health. I got hit in the feels. Please take your joy in whatever form it comes. This place is a happy place for me. The song that hit me hard is Fall in Reverse Last Resort Reimagined. Have I heard that one? Can we play it, or is it like a bad fall in the feelings? I don't want you to bad fall in the feelings. I essentially am baking the wood. That's what I'm doing. Well, Zoe, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, I don't remember. This desk is the original. This is my desk from when I first started. This desk is 8 years old. I have no idea. Like, it's just an IKEA table with adjustable legs. Like, you know, when you go to IKEA, you basically like grab a piece of wood and 4 legs and go put it together by yourself. That's what I did. Yeah, so I don't think they're that expensive, but like, can we, Genova, I'm not shitting you. I almost just poured rice all over the desk and left it all day. I actually had that thought. I didn't. I don't have that much rice, but I thought about it because I don't know what else to do. True back in March, but I think I told you about how I had issues getting my scripts filled. Yes, that led me cold turkey off on my meds. Yep. Day that I worked and I should have gone in, I went in anyways. Yeah, and so they wouldn't have hired you on because you've been fucked up. But like, okay, you know what I'm gonna say. Like, I had to go reread your message because it still doesn't make sense. That's so fucking stupid. Ooh, what is... No, autoplay! Introducing the first game in development, codenamed Project Loki. Oh, it's a group adventure in a competitive sandbox with highlights. Oh, so it's Fortnite? A group adventure, a competitive sandbox, and highlights Factory all at once. Factory? It's a blend of genres players have described as League meets Apex meets Smash. Do we need another League? Didn't we just look at a game the other day that looked like League Light? I don't even like League. It says it! It literally says it's League meets Apex. Are you fucking... Okay, let's watch it. I just don't want another I'm tired of those games. I literally, like, when my stream wasn't going live yesterday, I was just chatting in chat with everybody, and LZT was saying he's been trying to find, like, some sort of multiplayer for him and I to play together, and I'm like, I can't find one that's not a fucking League BR. Or an MMO. Like, I've played them all. There's so few good multiplayers out there that aren't just, oh, you and a group get guns and you go shoot another group. Okay! It's okay. People that are into those kind of top-down games are probably all sorts of jizz-tastic about it. But real talk, how can you be excited to show people just a skin of something you've made a million times over? And you just want to make more money off of it, so you made your own studio? How are you actually... That's like me being like, guys, I'm really excited to show you this black mascara. Because, like, no one else has made black mascara before. I was at this old company where we made mascara, but we didn't do it right. So I went to a new company and I made black mascara. Is it just... I know, and I think it's because I don't like the genre. I've never... I like to see graphics, and top-downs just don't get me. They look really boring, especially when they're fast-paced top-downs. If it's a slow top-down, I guess I get more. Kind of like, you know, like, Diablo's a little bit slow. I guess Diablo just looks infinitely better. I don't know. Is it just me? My mascara has my name on it. I have a lip gloss with my name on it. But have you seen Glam Black Mascara? Have you seen Diva Black Mascara? But have you seen Goddess Black Mascara? It will make your lashes black. I wish I liked those games, Psycho. I want to, real bad. But they just look so mind-numbingly boring to me. And, like, honestly, if Diablo wasn't, like, Satan-themed, I probably wouldn't be into Diablo either. Really. It's like the palette, the color palette, has a lot to do with it for me. And that very much struck me as a League WoW color palette. It's like bright and shiny and childlike and bubbly and cute. And look at my hair with all this fabulous volume that's not real. Ah! You know what I'm saying? I just like darker shit. Dude, I will always give something a try. Even if they said it was a League clone, I'd look at it. Like, I'm not a douche like that. I don't want to turn down a good time because of my own personal bias, you know? Fuck that. Oh my god, wait, why do I remember Battleborn? That sounds so familiar, Sheepy. What was Battleborn? Vanta Black Mascara. Vanta Black. Oh my god, though. Using the cheaper Vanta Black knockoff. What would that even... Would we die putting that near our eyes? Don't put paint on your eyes. Oh, it was that was the good Overwatch. I liked that one better than Overwatch, but I know it's personal. It's personal preference. Like, I don't judge. You like what you want to like. I'll like what I want to like, you know? I feel bad for this dude. Come on. He worked for a huge company and made a product and didn't probably have the control he wanted, so he went and started a new studio and just made the same product, but now he's making all the money off of it. I'm not saying this guy's a moneymonger. That's just business. That's just business. And he just kind of made a little BR clone. I don't know. It's just business. You know, like, I get it, but I feel like... 2 months, you came back!
You came back.
You know, like, I fucking see you, bro. I see you!
Dude, for real though.
Sales! Sales! Ba, 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 ba. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it a so fucking long. I fucking appreciate and love you. How are you, dear? Dear is what my brain did. That was stupid. And Arkale, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways, and I fucking appreciate you. I missed your link. Hold on. I mean, rip off, Rod. How do you rip off a battle royale? Like, that's one of the most ancient game modes. Who played DayZ? I guess it's not a battle royale, but it's a hunt other people game. We used to play those all the time. DayZ, and then it was PUBG, and what was the one before DayZ? It was Arma. Like, you know, hunting your friends with guns is not a new idea. You're not being original with a game where you're like, look, it's a top-down view where you hunt your friends with guns. Oh my god. Wow. Innovative. I already play Destiny. I got my hunt. I get friends with guns game, you know? Hold on. Did I just pull up this trailer twice? Why do I have something over here? What is this? Nope, I did. I pulled it up twice. Psycho, see what happens? Sometimes I miss a link and sometimes I pull them up twice. 3 times! I'm not shitting. I pulled your link up 3 times. Thrice! Jesus Christ. I'm a mess. Good morning, Crispy. How are you, love? You are a beautiful rainbow, Timon. How are you? You see the forest through the trees? I fucking see that forest through those trees. I've played too many games and I'm old. I mean, that's it, really. I've just, you know... Lawbreakers. Well, there was another one that came out around the same time as all those all these, like, you know, kind of bubblegum battle royales dropped around the same time. That's why I said it's hard to say rip off. Like, they've been around for quite some time. But there was one that Psycho and I actually liked that we played for a while. That was the Amazon one. What was it? I always forget the name. Crucible? I think it was called Crucible. But because, Overwatch just became because everybody's like, Blizzard! It just, everything else died. But that one it was just kind of more original. It wasn't just like guns. You had some different stuff going on. Falling in Reverse, thank you, Barilla. The problem is the office that's there is a lot of gossip. That sounds like an unhealthy place to work, Kel. No one owns up and confronts people. So people have been accusing me of shit they were doing. I got blamed for it. The director got pissed when I asked for receipts. It's gravity leadership. Ew. Apparently people think it's time to pile on. It's probably because you keep to yourself. They think you won't stand up for yourself. They think you won't fight back. I guarantee they're looking at you like prey. They don't realize you're not prey. Let's make it into a mobile game. Look, I can earn more money for cheap. Give me your money. Yeah. Money, please. I played that with Nerf guns with my friends in the woods as a youth. My brothers used to shoot us with paintball guns, man. We've been there. Crispy, it's good to be here. Yesterday was so weird. I literally couldn't go live. I was just sitting here totally, in a really good mood, excited to see you guys because I had 2 days off of being fucked and fucked again. Always fucked! Hunt, is it Hunt Shadow, whatever, that one? Hunt Showdown or something? I liked your rabbit. I played, I can't remember what she was. She was, a big buff chick, and she had, a fucking rocket launcher or something. She was dope. Hunt was kind of cool. I think I have Hunt Showdown or whatever the fuck that was. I've never played it, but I own it. Battleborn was good and Overwatch destroyed it. Yep. That's the problem with big titles like that, and that's the reason why this dude drops, you might recognize me as being the lead blah 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 in Riot. That's why they say those things, because it's gonna, everybody that likes Riot games is gonna go, huh, I'll play that. It's kind of like a case of who you know, which sucks, because there's a lot of really, really good games out there. I mean, you guys know, all of you watch Zach on his indie days, because we raid him, the vast fucking plethora of indie games out there to enjoy is nauseating, but people will just Blizzard. Okay. Sure. I'll be on the way. Yeah, Kel, I mean, I think I've known you long enough to yeah. They just obviously do not know you, because you probably keep to yourself. I'm the same. I kind of keep to myself, and therefore people will just kind of make, in a work environment, I tend to be very private, and people will make assumptions about you, because if you don't give them the story of your life, they will make it up, because everybody thinks they need to know everything. They don't want to know the story of my life, motherfuckers. What up, Pat? How you doing, honey bean? Which game? Knives? The fire chick. Yeah, but didn't she have a rocket launcher or some shit? Let's watch this one really quick. This is First Descendant. I don't think I saw this one. See what you're saying with that. Yeah, kind of the angular heads and stuff like that. Elle, my love, how are you? Katie busted out running like a giraffe. Dude, I totally would, though. As a guy who, up until they were 27, couldn't grow facial hair, yeah, that's the other side of it. Yep. It fucking sucked balls. So, fun story. Not really. I've never been a child, I guess. I don't know. Grew 6 foot when I was in 5th grade. That's been me forever. But I remember when I turned, I think I was 8. You can gamble in Vegas when you're 18 or 21. I don't remember. It was no, I think it was 21. I turned 21 and I got to go to Vegas and gamble with my Nana, which if you've been in my channel for any amount of time, you know I talk about my Nana a lot. She was a fucking card shark. She was this little old not timid, but little fragile Irish woman who would walk her up to a blackjack table and scoot in and act like she was fragile and fucking whip ass and walk away with 6K. It was disgusting at a $10 table. She always, I never in my life saw that fucking, she said she was luckier than a dog with 2 dinks. What the fuck? I don't know. Women, they're crazy. Nana, she was amazing. But so my whole life, going to Vegas and visiting my Nana, I would literally, if you've ever been to Vegas or if you haven't been to Vegas, if you're in, music by Doc, thank you so much. Doc, how are you? Welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much for being here. Let me finish the story real quick before I forget. So if you haven't been to the casinos in Vegas, basically if you go to the casino part, it's literally acres of slot machines of all kinds and then some card tables. But the way that they make it so like everybody of every age can walk through the casino is they have like carpets that are a different color than where all the slot machines are. And you can, if you're under 18, if you're a kid, you can walk all those. Like you can walk through the slot machines as long as you're on that like yellow brick road. If you're not, literally security comes out of the fucking walls and escorts you out of the building. It's crazy. So I was so excited to turn 21 and finally get to gamble with my Nana. I did terrible, lost my ass, but we played blackjack and it was magical. And she literally won like around $6,000. I mean, it was just, she's even helping players at the table. Like she's helpful and still wins. It's crazy. So she gets it, but she's like, so she like hands me her chips and says, "Will you go cash these out for me?" And I'm like, "It's my time. I get to show my ID." I was so thrilled because I've done many not horribly, maybe illegal, nefarious things. You know, I'm not one to be like, "Oh, the law," though. But like, this was my time to be legal and like fucking yeah, like I had nothing to worry about. And I walk up to the counter and hand him all the chips. And the lady just like starts counting the chips, hands me a stack of cash, and goes, "Lucky night, huh?" Did not ask for my ID. I think I've been ID'd twice in my life. Ever. And it was because they had to. Because like there was a sting operation or some fucking shit. And all I can think of is like all those years before I turned 21, like how long could I have been getting away with this shit? God damn it! But I think part of that's being really tall. No one assumes if you're tall, you gotta be old, I guess. Sure. Welcome, Doc and Raiders. I hope you're doing fucking well. How are you? Thank you for the raid, by the way. I'm sorry. My brain is so Swiss. I had to finish the story before I fucking forget. Good morning. Good moon. Good moon to you, Maroon. Nope, none of it works. I'm going to stop now. I've never, yeah, me neither, Stotch. Never, like literally twice, I think, ever. Other than the weed shop. Weed shop doesn't matter. Weed shop doesn't count. They have to card everyone. You guys know. If you've been to a legal weed shop, holy shit. They literally look at your ID like 4 times before you leave the building. It's insane. That doesn't count. But drinks and shit, going into bars, not that I drink often, but I don't get carded. I've looked at adults since I was 18, more or less the same, 26 years, just more tired. Hard, same. The Los Alamos up there, oh my god. Large area of the city's blocked down. The main highway goes through it. Huge signs telling you not to deviate from the road, not to leave your car. You could be shot. That sounds fun. Well, Elle, you look young. Like, you look, like, angelic. You have, like, perfect skin and shit. I kind of get it. I don't know. But I don't think I look, like, I have blue hair. That knocks me down to immatures, right? When you hit six foot at 14, dude, it was bad. Sheepy, it was bad. I hate it. I've never enjoyed, like, the only thing that I guess, which I had to be taught to appreciate really, was that never in my life have I ever had to ask another human being to reach something for me. I have no idea what that feels like. Like, if there is something, I can reach it. I can get it. I've never had to ask for help. That's very bizarre to think about. Little things. I'm trying to get this Fall in Reverse song to play, but I think Zach might be downloading a game. Hold on. Oh, it buffered. Yeah. I just knocked the quality down. Hi, C-Town. How are you, love? In my 30s, I still get asked for my ID at the liquor store and in you. No shit. I do not. That's so funny. But I mean, how tall are you? Doc, you have a very young face, though. You have like baby cheeks. I think you just have confidence, and that's why. You think so? I don't feel confident, but I think I accidentally put it out. If that makes sense. I don't think of myself as a confident person, but I guess I display that. Mate was great for me. Sports was a cakewalk. I fucking hated sports. Like, I played them by default, sheepy. I didn't really have a choice. No shit. My parents moved me to a new town when we were in all the time. I never stayed anywhere longer than 3 years. But I remember when I was in middle school, they moved us to this new town. And the first day of school, PE was my first class. And I went to PE and, like, someone threw a football at me or something. And I caught it and tossed it back. And I knew how to throw a football because I have 3 older brothers. And if you don't know how to throw a football, you're going to get your ass kicked. So I knew. And the next day I came into school and every jersey in my size was just in my locker. Number 42. I was like, oh, is this just what they do here? Like, everybody plays sports? Because I was already 6 foot. Like, The way my basketball coach said it one time was like, if you're a dude, getting on a basketball team, if you're under 6 foot, is really fucking difficult. If you're a girl and you're 6 foot and over, it's just a default. They don't care who you are. If you can play, they just put you on, which is interesting. I hated team sports though. If I could go back and do anything over, I would not do team sports. I would have deleted those from my life. I remember going to a bar and getting carded. I was 30. I'm so jealous. I think the few times I've ever been carded, I literally act like an old woman. I'm like, oh, bless your soul. Thank you. See, Void, I've never had that. Funny story. I was in my late 20s when went to the shop to get alcohol, got ID'd by the woman behind the counter, left then about 20 minutes to 45 minutes later, went back to get cigarettes. Same woman ID'd me again. I went off. She might have been drunk, honey. Other people, I need a tall person. CK. He's me. Seriously, I like this song. If it's too loud, let me know. I've got it on. Is this a cover? Did you just fart at me? You smell like a butthole. Thanks, bud. You're the best. No shit knives. Some places will card up to a certain age now, though. Usually grocery stores, they always have a sign. And liquor stores, they're like, we card if you look under 36 or something like that. I'm 5'8", and my friend, some 15 years ago, was a foot taller than me. I never got ID'd, and we suspect it's because I grew a beard. Oh, yep, and he had a baby face. Even if we went shopping for some drinks together, I had no issues with him. They always ID'd. Yeah. Beards do it. Yep, beards and height. Trove, and that's... Thank you. I'll take that forever. I take good care of my skin. I wear sunscreen. I'm not sure, but got gray hair. Oh, maybe that's it. I've had gray hair forever. I have like a patch in the middle of my head that's just silver. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just saw the silver and they're like, she's a grandma. He melts my heart every moment of every day, AIM. In the US, it's common practice to card everyone, regardless of appearance, to avoid any controversy. Also, sting operations. If you guys are unfamiliar with those, in the US, cops will employ a child to go buy liquor, and then the cops will be out in their car waiting, and if the child succeeds, then the cops will go in and just bust the liquor store. So most places that like are required to card for things, they'll card no matter what. But if you're in the ghetto and you're going to a gas station, they don't give a shit. Just don't shoot them. Full beard since 14, get carded more now than below 21. Did you shave it off? Like, do you have your beard? Hi, Kels. How are you, love? It is a Papa Roach cover. Oh my God, that's so interesting. I knew it was a cover. I like it. And I don't like Papa Roach. I'm reasonably certain at least some of the reason my wife married me is that I'm a full foot taller than her. Oh, I guarantee. Yeah. Everybody wants to feel small. I've never dated anyone more than an inch taller than me. It's very odd. They just, like, the super talls tend to want super shorts for some reason. They did a reimagined version. Yep. I love it, honestly. And you know me, bro. I don't like Papa Roach in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to like this song and save it. And if it suddenly starts giving me Papa Roach, I'm holding you accountable, bitch, because I fucking hate Papa Roach. But that was really pretty. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to hold you, but you know what I mean. That was gorgeous. But Papa Roach makes my ears bleed. Right, Lethal? I mean, I think you never ever get to sell liquor or anything ever again. Like, you're fucked. Yeah, the lyrics hit way hard. It just felt like the message was more like the music met the lyrics. Whereas the Papa version, it does. The Papa Roach version does not, if that makes sense. For me. Entrapment? Maybe? C-Town, same. Yeah. I don't think I have a baby face, but I do have a chubby face. I've always had cheeks, and I think that does youth. Also, I think I'm like brainwashed just working customer service for so many years that if I'm ever out in public and I'm like have to talk with a clerk, I'm like, how's your day though? Oh my God, tell me about your grandma. That is so interesting. Like, I can't not do that. Like, she probably does some of that. I don't know. My mom's a bitch, so I imagine that's what they're like. Oh, if they're old, they're cunts. My mom literally like, oh God. It's so hard to go with her some places because I'm like, you can't treat people like that. And she's like, what do you mean? I just wasn't overtly friendly. I'm like, no, you're a bitch. There's a difference. You almost had that happen when you worked at a grocery store. No shit. A sting? Guy came in and tried to get me a day before his birthday. Fuck that. People are jerks. That's entrapment. Right, that's absolutely entrapment in my opinion. That's fucked up. A day before. Like, I'm not saying you should have done it, but like, that's entrapment. That's fucked up. Hit the bars for the first time when I was 16. If you walked in before the doorman was there and waited 30 minutes after he got there, the bars wouldn't ID you. That was our bars in my college town too. Guy came in. That is fucked up. I used to get mistaken for my mom's boyfriend. Oh my God, C-Town, no shit. So it's honestly, it doesn't make, like, my brother Corey and I used to get mistaken for my little sister Sarah's parents. But my brother Corey is like 5'4". So that part never made sense to me. But all the time. And I would feel so gross. I'd just be like, no, that's my sister. Ew. That's my brother. Fucking gross. Like, I would just be dying inside, but that used to happen a lot. Ugh. My brother looks really young, though. I don't know why the fuck he got that. Where's my ashtray? Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, found it. Ah. Safi, my love, how are you? I just realized I just am staring at this guy's face and I can be looking at chat right here. Good Lord. The last grocery store I cashiered at, the fine was up to $5,000 for the cashier, $10,000 for the store, and the possibility of losing liquor license. I'd be shocked if they didn't lose their liquor license. I think I may have run through all my music. Dude, and Sheepy, I'm pretty sure I've added every single one to my list. Because every day when I pull up like my PC and everything, go through my music and pick what I'm going to play, I swear to God, half of it is shit you've suggested. But I'm okay with that. Why not just ask a dude to buy you alcohol? Wait, what do you mean? I didn't have to ask anyone to buy me alcohol because my family's alcoholics. Luckily, I actually checked his ID and was like, nah, dude, or no exceptions. Fuck that, dude. I know a lot of people only look at the year, so you're lucky. That's fucked up. Safi, did you just hear? Oh my God, it was so quiet. Wait, stop it. I've been waiting for this to happen while you're here. Please just do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
That bitch, and when I mean bitch, I mean the most wonderful person in the world, ClassyKatie.
I found that deep within the bowels of my computer the other day, had a good 30-minute cry about it, and then immediately put it back into my alerts. I love you so much. Oh my God, who are you? He slept in. I haven't seen him yet today. Angelina Jolie style? Wait, what was Angelina Jolie style? Oh my God, Kona, shut the fuck up. My dad's sister is 18 years younger than him. When she was born, the doc came out and said, "You're a dad." Oh, that's worse. They win. They win. They win. They win. Nope, they win. That's the worst day. That's bad. I'm so sorry that happened. Oh, yeah, Baz and Northern Boys are hard hits on my channel. I'm shocked you haven't heard him here because they're usually playing like almost, I bet they're on this list. I just have a random list from YouTube generated. I bet they're literally on it. Oh. I'm obsessed with them a little bit. Oh my God, that last song, that was Alanis Morissette live. It's Uninvited by Alanis Morissette. Beautiful song, but the live version gets really mystical with it. Cheers. I know the whole song by heart. It's disgusting. I like drugs and sketchy pills, and my favorite ones are the ones that kill. Oh my God, I forgot she made out with her brother. I remember seeing that and literally wanting to vomit. Quill, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class. I haven't given any swings, you silly fuck. Good shit balls. I should marry my bride. My wife doesn't care. She just wants me to die. Oh my God, Knives, have you never heard this? Stick my dick in a taco dip on a Taco Tuesday. Feel free to say no. I'm going to show you the music video because you have to. If you've never heard this, you must see this. I have to. I can't. I try not to overdo it with certain, like Ren, Northern Boys, stuff like that. Like when I get a new band that my ADHD's like, let's listen to that song for 24 hours straight. I try not to do that to y'all. But I'm glad I said something because this means I haven't done it in a bit. And I would love to show you the music video. It's all of their music is legitimately amazing. They actually they put out I think it's their most recent song / music video, Knives. But the lead, I'm just gonna play him for you. We're gonna watch this one first because this is the one we were just listening to. So the background on it's literally, I don't know how to explain this. It's a group of retired school teachers in England. That's all I got. Oh, my shoulder's tight. Yeah, but they, like, if you just heard those lyrics, right? That should give you a taste of what you're about to see. They're fantastic. They made a trans pride video recently. This is not it, but I will play that one. Please just, okay. Hydrate. I know. Well, I grabbed a Monster, and I was trying to message Sheepy back. I had a couple things on my mind I needed to do on break really quick, as well as a beverage. I was dry. Like, whoa. Wunderbar. How are you, Pitsy? 12 contestants, each of whom have famous... Wait, this is so loud. Holy shit. Each of whom has a famous relative, move into a house together, and are tasked with deducing which celebrities the other contestants are related to, while also keeping their own celebrity relationship a secret. Jesus fuck, they'll make TV about anything. Dude, did you ever see The Swan? Yeah. That's an understatement. They will literally make TV about anything. Anything. Oh my God. It was canceled. It was horrific. It was literally a show where you applied because you felt ugly, and then they would shell out hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever. I can't remember. Was it British? I never watched it. I've watched documentaries on it because it's fucked up. On plastic surgerying the living fuck out of you. Plastic surgerying. Carving you up like a goddamn turkey. It was insane. And so these people would literally and they would not see their own face until it was all done. So they would Thank you, bitch! Rin. It was literally Extreme Makeover, but for your body. But they weren't allowed to see themselves until the very end. And there were some people who ended their own lives because they couldn't handle how different they looked. It was crazy. Crazy. Rin and Raiders, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid today. How are you, loves? Hi, Najeel. How are you? Oh, God. The Swan was fucked up. It was like, what was that weight loss one? I mean, all of those are fucked up. That weight loss one that was in the US for a bit. The Biggest Loser. A lot of contestants on that have broke their NDA to be like, yeah, we were kept on literally like dehydration pills and weight loss pills 24/7 for like 8 months straight. And like, ugh. They're bad too, but it was like that with plastic surgery. And I'm not against plastic surgery. Like, I've always wanted big old titties. I think plastic surgery has a place and it's beautiful and it's an art. Plastics is incredible, i.e. reconstruction or enhancing what you already fucking got. But they literally changed these people into somebody else. It was alarming. They didn't look like they would, put in veneers or whatever, but they would change the shape of their jaw. So their whole face was different. Like, they spoke to, it was just, I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it. Not seeing it, or like just you know, one day walking in front of a mirror and seeing a completely different person, and that's just who you are now. Scary. There's literally TV about anything. It's crazy. I watch YouTube. The one with the worst fucking name ever, the Swan, right? Because you were the ugly duckling that needed surgery to be the Swan. Fuck, dude, that show was fucked up. Me too. If plastic surgery makes you feel more whole as a person, like, you fucking get yourself cut up, bitch. You do you. But that was disgusting. Oh, and like, most of the contestants didn't know what they were even signing up for. It was just like, you know, they saw an ad that said, change your life, because whatever, something, something. Like, you're going to change your life. And they were like, it was preying upon people's insecurities. Essentially, it was like an ad on TV or something that would be like, do you want to change your life? Are you unhappy with the way you look? Do you feel not in your own skin? Da 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 da. And people like that are in a depressed moment. It was a lot of like postpartum mothers. That's the disgusting part. Like, it would be postpartum mothers who had stretch marks and loose skin, but it would be like a couple months after their pregnancies. And if you know anything about skin and stuff, it takes a while for that shit to suck back in. Like, you kind of look pregnant after you give birth. And they were taking these women and being like, we're going to get you right to where you were pre-pregnancy in 8 weeks with cutting your, it was wild. And then like half of these I mean, I've listened to some crazy documentaries on these shows because they're so fucked up. But like half of the contestants, by the time they were accepted into the program, they didn't really want to do it anymore, but they went along with it because it sounded like an adventure. Like their depression was over. Like, it was fucked. Oh yeah, or like a Next Top Model with Tyra Banks. Do you want to watch Tyra Banks verbally abuse a group of malnutritioned children? America's Next Top Model, my dudes. What the fuck? It's honestly alarming that anyone that was of, you know, a pubescent or prepubescent age in the early 2000s fucking survived. Because what we were fed was, I mean, people bitch about what we're fed nowadays. Holy shit. Holy shit. Reality TV is garbage. I can't even handle seeing myself without glasses. Dude, Sally, I can't stand it if I part my hair on the wrong side of my head. I am so empathetic to that feeling. Hard same. Like, if I get my hair cut, they see that I do a side part, but they'll forget which side, and they'll do, did I even do it? This side? Not only does it hurt my scalp, this feels funny, but I look in a mirror and I'm like, no. Fruit fly. I hate, have you ever just part your hair in the wrong way for a day? It's fucked. It fucks your brain up. It's weird. Oh, Biggest Loser. I mean, that was a terrible, they're both fucking terrible, Genova. Hard, yeah. They were a time, man. It's TV preying on insecurities. What? You know what ones always got me? The ones where it was like, can you not manage to hold a bowl of chips? And it'd be like, this dude like, oh, and he'd like toss his Cheetos everywhere, and he'd be like, you need snack cup. And it's like basically a hamster feeder with a soda in it or something weird like that. Those ones I'd be like, I don't want that, but yeah, I do tend to have a problem with those chip bowls. I don't know, I'm clumsy. It's more socially acceptable version and extension of the Colosseum from the Roman days. Very much so. Heroin chic was a style for the early 2000s. I mean, I've heard that shit's coming back. Seriously, let's watch this music. I've heard, I mean, I've not, like, people are like, not being like, hey, did you hear heroin chic's coming back? But they're actually using the term in like fashion, and they're plucking their eyebrows and shit, like 90s stuff. But like, I don't know if they understand that heroin chic wasn't like a compliment. It was like a very backhanded way of saying, hey, Kate Moss, eat something. Cocaine doesn't have any calories, bitch. Must I take very close-up pictures of my dead eyebrows? Series 7 The Contenders, that sounds really familiar. What was it about? Faces of Death? What were those? Faces OD Death? Wait, what? All I got's a beard. I would fucking be a weird beard person. I'd do like curly mustaches and shit if I had one. Like when I open packaging or peel off screens. Are you a clumsy fuck? Have a sippy cup, bitch. Yeah. Fentanyl chic, is that a thing? Stop it. Ooh, Sheepy, I'll grab them. I had the Pete and Baz one. I wanted to play. We have Cypher and then the other Northern Boys, but I'm gonna pull yours up too. Monitor. If my monitors are jiggling, I apologize. They're not. I have to figure out like where those arms normally sat for a bit. They're kind of like. So I realize every time I touch my desk, it can be like, and I'm really sorry. I got to figure out their balance again. I never saw that. The Starving Waif area was hideous. It was, and it fucked me up. I know it fucked a lot of people up. I don't know if it was everybody, but goddamn. Goddamn fuck. I mean, like, not, like, obviously I'm doing okay, but there was a period of my life where, like, you know, if there were other people in the general vicinity, I had to suck my stomach in and I wouldn't eat. And that's not, that hasn't been done wrong. Oh, Minimin. You know. How could I mean, honestly, barring another traumatic head injury, like, I don't think that's going anywhere. I'm worried if I rubbed his bald head, he'd expect me to rub the little one too. Hard same. I don't know if I'm worried about it though. The Kevin dance. I've seen everything by Pete and Baz ever. We literally sat on stream and waited for their new video to drop. Like I put the the timer on YouTube, and we watched their newest video literally the second it dropped. I am. Oh. Oh really? Oh. Oh really? Yeah. Oh. You don't fucking say. Lilith's under me, so when she barks, my whole body jiggles. She stood up under my legs. We over it? I'm so sorry if my Borks activated the Borks of the crowd. My Borks. It's Bork o'clock, apparently. Nobody knows why. For fuck's sake. I could not tell you for $1 million. I could not tell you why Bork o'clock occurs, but it does. It does. Oh, my shoulder is killing me. I do. I just think they're kind of unique. I think that's why I like them. I really like rap, but I feel like whatever's the most popular rap just becomes what every rap artist starts to blend their style into. So a lot of rappers that I really liked now do a lot of mumbly shit or what have you. And like those guys obviously just made something that they wanted to make, and it's phenomenal. Oh my god, beagles are the best. Beagles are cute though. Like their little woo 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 shit. Trick does that almost every day. If there's a siren that goes by, he goes oh woo 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 woo. It's so cute, literally that fast. It's so funny. Ooh, time in 20 minutes. I'm trying out a power wheelchair. Need it for long distance travel and week. Fuck yes. I hope it works for you. Don't let them pressure you to settle. If insurance covers that kind of shit, you get the best possible. You be like, where are my seat warmers? Where's my drink caddy? Where's my hookers and blow? Dachshunds are fucking precious. I love dachshunds. I used to be in dog 4-H, so I knew, which nerd, I know. We lived on a farm. I was in dog 4-H. Ooh, Nigel, hold on. I almost missed that. And, why? It was cool. The best part about it was I really got to see and like personally be around like every breed of dog ever. And that was really fucking cool for me because I love dogs. And one of the people in our group had a beagle and they are loud. I would say poodles are louder just because they're big. Like, honestly, barking doesn't bother me. Like, Millie used to bark all the fucking time, but it didn't bug me because she was tiny and it was like, "Ah," even though it was loud. These guys, when it barks, you like feel it in your spine and you're like, why? It's so loud. They don't do it often, but damn it, when they do it, it is absurd. But beagles are fucking loud, and they do it. They do. I said do. They do it all the fucking time, don't they? Like just kind of like my dogs have bark o'clock, like beagles have bark. Oh, it's daytime. I'm glad you're not dead, Miniman. Thank you for thinking of me. You be good and take care of yourself over the pond. Side note, yeah, I need growth and development. Then I can go through the nursing program. Wait, no shit. Have you applied? No, like I don't know how nursing programs are elsewhere, but when I was going through it, like we would apply to the nursing program like a quarter. We were on a quarter system, so probably semester if you're on a semester system, but an entire quarter before we were even done with our full medical programs. And like on the application, we'd be like, we are currently enrolled in child and development or whatever, because the wait list and like, sorry, I almost spilled my soda. The competitive, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The competition was fucking insane. Like, it was some people, if you didn't have like perfect grades, and I don't mean to, I'm not saying to discourage you, like, please just apply as soon as fucking possible, even if you're not done with all your prereqs. Some people who didn't have straight A's would sit on that waiting list for years because that was the only way I don't know how they do it, if they still do it that way. Why? I don't know if they still do it that way, but it used to be just grades based. Like, that was it. Your grades, depending on what your grades were, that was how what's the word I'm looking for? It was like the hierarchy of the list. So what sucked is when other nurses graduated, if they had straight A's, they got bumped up ahead of you on the list. Which is stupid because straight A's do not mean you are an intelligent person. It means you have the capability to rote memorize. Let's be real. I know a lot of people who went through nursing school still to this day cannot get a job. They can't apply the knowledge. They're smart. I mean, they're intelligent people. That's just not the way, you know what I mean? Like, some people learn and apply. Some people, like, rote memorize and then have no idea how to apply the knowledge. That's awesome, though. I'm excited for you. Sorry. Can we not? My dog keeps laying on my leg and then chewing on her leg, and it's making my whole body shake. My shoulder hurts. That video sped forward, and I don't know why. Hold on. I'm so confused. I don't know where I'm at anymore. Can we, Adam, stop chewing on yourself. Dogs. They're the best. I'm missing so much chat right now because I don't know where the fuck it is anymore on my screen. So give me a second. If you've said anything at me or whatever, I haven't seen it, and I'm sorry. I got too much. I got overwhelmed. I got really excited to share Northern Boys, so I got way too much shit. Oh no! Okay, hold on. I'm back. Ma'am. I'm gonna do a power hour of tidying cleaning while I love you. Have you smoked your butt? If you've smoked your butt, I hope you enjoy the high. Ooh, big news story-wise. A character's coming back. Is it Helm stuff? Is it Helm stuff? Oh my god, Trouble. Oh, why am I like this? I think I read a message earlier when I was like going on break or whatever, and Trouble asked if the controller got there. If it says it's delivered, it's probably at the post office. I just haven't gotten. Usually what happens is our post office box emails us when something arrives, but sometimes they don't for some reason. So if it's been delivered, you just let me know and I will be there ASAP. Ouch. Ew. At a medical place, got walked around. They were using beagles for testing. They were testing cigarette smoke with them and rats. This was 25 years ago. It was so sad. Didn't get the job, thank God. Dude, they still do that stuff modern day. It's pretty fucking gnarly. I mean, I think up until the 80s, my undergrad had an ape lab under the psychology building. Like, the ape lab's still there, but now it's a lab for rats. But it was in the 80s. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that we made it illegal to test on apes. It's fucked. It's disgusting. Why not just test on people? There's got to be someone out there that's willing to do that. I think you get that in any field. I'm a developer, and I've known a huge amount of coworkers who can't really program for shit. Oh, 100%. I think it's everywhere. Oh, yeah. I think that's a common, like, and this is just my opinion, like, allegedly. But when I was in school, which was a bit ago, they were already starting to push towards standardized testing bullshit. Like, I think I was actually the last graduating class at my high school that didn't have to pass those standardized, like, state tests. Ours was the WASL, but whatever. we were the last class who didn't have to pass them. But because it's like that, now teachers don't teach for intelligence, they teach you to pass a test. So you're creating a bunch of people that can rote memorize information but can't utilize said information for shit. Like I've had baby nurses, baby RTs and stuff like that where usually what you do is if you're a brand new grad, even if you're not a new grad, if you're just a new employee, you have to shadow another employee, i.e. you're just like at their hip for weeks, sometimes 10 weeks, sometimes 6, depending on how well you pick up. But basically, it's so you can learn that hospital's way of doing things, and also that employee can go to the bosses and be like, no, if they see any red flags with your behavior or your practice or whatever, because it's healthcare. We don't fuck around. Like, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around. And, you know, it's so, I don't want to say obvious when you get someone that you're like, oh, you graduated with straight A's, but like oxygen titration is going to be a rough one, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like once you actually show them an oxygen meter, they're like, I don't get it. It's painful. It's painful because I literally have to go to my bosses and be like, no. Because there's no fucking around, you know, you could kill somebody. Grades aren't everything. They're not. Grades are great. I mean, there's something, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I haven't been in school long enough. When I was in school, if you asked me, I would have said, grades are bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's a fucking biased system towards people that can work that way with their brains. Savathun's coming back. No shit. No shit. Oh, I'll have to look for that. It shows it's delivered. Oh, I'm very excited. I will go. I promise. It's I don't know why. It's just like it's Zach and I share a PO box. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Zach and I share a PO box, and he has it literally set up through the system where every single time something's delivered to it, anytime we should get an email immediately. But for a while there, I think because it was around his birthday, he was going like every other day. He was going to the post office, so he kind of he stopped checking for the emails. And a couple weeks ago, he told me he looked through his emails and noticed that for the past 8 months, he hasn't gotten an email. So thank you for letting me know. Long story short. Prison system. Yeah. Yeah. No, it'll be there. It's just my post office is janky, I guess. My nurse's board was fucking stupid. There's no way that the shit I put down would have saved a life. Oh, 100% hurts. That's exactly, I mean, I don't know if nursing the same in that once you graduate from college, you actually like, I mean, for respiratory nursing, we literally had to you don't have to, but in order to pass your clinical boards, you have to purchase a program to teach you how to pass the clinical boards. Because if you practiced the information that they put on these clinical boards, that's the correct answer. If you actually put that into practice, you would kill every single patient you had. Across the board. Like, it's fucked up. So basically, I graduated after 9 years of college and had to buy like a $3,000 program, basically a code to put into a website now. It probably was a CD back in the day. But it was a program called Kettering, and it taught me how to unlearn how to really treat patients so I could pass clinical boards. And then once you pass clinical boards, you have to relearn all the real information again. But it's very fucked up. It's just, it's so clear that the people that like design these tests and design the boards and run those, like ours is the NBRC, the nurses board, America board, whatever the fuck they're called. They've never been a nurse. They've never worked in healthcare. It's fucking ass backwards. They'll give you a million reasons though, nice. For instance, like when I was doing it, I had to take 3 different tests. Each were like over $300. And if you fail one, you got to pay $300 again and take it. It's crazy. You can take them infinitely, but you have to pass them with a certain percentage. And that percentage is different based on what version of that test you get. And they are about 6-hour tests that you have to go do at like an H&R Block in one of those creepy like prison rooms that, you know, you can't have a jacket. You can't have anything. They have like literally a camera on the back of your chair. Like it's everywhere. And then you sit here on a computer and do it for 6 hours. It's mind numbing. It's crazy. So for instance, one of the tests I did, I only had to get like above a 49% to pass. And one of them I actually failed once because I had to get above an 89%. It's insane and so fucking convoluted and stupid, but I had to do 3 of them. And like, they'll give you an excuse. Like for instance, they'll give you questions where they'll say like, here's your patient X and this is the situation. What settings do you put on your ventilator? Obviously, it's a lot more information than that. But essentially, it's what you're given in the hospital. Like, you're getting a patient from the ER. these are the questions you're going to ask your nurse so you can set up a ventilator so when they show up, you can just plug them in and they're set to go. And they'll do something like, for instance, every single patient, regardless of their height, weight, or anything, assigned gender at birth, they'll say no matter what, across the questions, you're going to do 10 liters on that person. 10 liters of oxygen. Oh, did I forget to mention that your average human, regardless of your assigned gender at birth, height, weight, etc., you consume 4 to 7 liters of oxygen per breath. And 7 liters is like a 7'2" basketball player. Like, that's a big one. I've never even seen 8 liters on a human being. And yet, across a 6-hour test to give you your national registration to practice healthcare in hospitals, you have to train your brain. Every patient gets 10 liters because it's easy mental math. You don't, but like, realistically, in a hospital, you don't get to like kill your patient to do easy mental math. Sorry, I blew them up. The mental math was easy. And that's what happens, by the way, if you put too much air inside someone. They blow up. I don't think I have to explain that. What the fuck? But that's just one of the ignoramus things in these tests. And it's not, like, they're so clearly not to show you have any modicum of knowledge or like, potential to practice healthcare in any way, shape, or form. They're questions to trip you up and fuck you. They're so, like, some of the questions on there, for instance, you get a patient and they give you like an essay that's essentially the write-up on this patient. Everything about them, their medical history, what's currently wrong with them, etc. And then the question will be, what's the first drug you administer to this patient? But say the patient is having a heart attack, they have an occluded airway, so you have to do a trach. So I'll be like, obviously I'm going to get my nursing team and my doctors together and we're going to do some fucking like fentanyl, propofol, and we're going to intubate the fuck because their airway's occluded. The answer, oxygen. Which, sure. But if a patient comes into the doors of my ER with an occluded airway and is blue, I'm not going to stick a nasal cannula in their nose and wait a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to slice their neck open and I'm going to shove a tube into their lungs and make them breathe. Takes maybe 30 seconds to start brain injury without oxygen. Sure, some people can hold their breath forever. They practice. Like, it starts pretty soon.
When I tell you to come, you better come.
Was that louder? I hope so. But James, thank you so much for sending the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an A swings with that motherfucking prime sample. So they were using me as an example. BDO, not even. That would pop you. I'm not kidding you. It's weird. It's crazy. Like, your assigned gender at birth and your weight and all that information has nothing to do with your lung volume. Lung volume all is mostly height and torso length. So for instance, I'm a tall ass bitch, but I do not take in I take 81% of the predicted volume I should according to my height. But in these charts, we don't put in how long your legs and your torso are. I am all legs. My torso, like, So my lungs aren't that big, even though I'm 6 feet tall. It's very bizarre, but no, 10 would pop the best of us. That's a blow up. My Gramps with end-stage emphysema was on 5 liters. Yeah. And that's someone who's blown their chest out. Yeah. Patients aren't balloons. I mean, maybe some of them. Maybe. I haven't seen it. I've only seen one person pop before. Okay, no longer interested in a Viking funeral. Fill me up with confetti and blow me with a 10 liters. Oh my God. But it'd just be on the inside. Because your ribs, like, keep it in. So, like, it's not like an alien explosion. It's like a... You know? Like a... It would be like a... That was gross, huh? I'm so sorry. Have you checked your butthole? First drug you give them, pot. Help them relax before they're killed by this dumbass dude. That's it. That's it. They probably kill. You would kill someone. Inserts. I mean, I watched Idiocracy the other day. It's becoming alarmingly real. Like uncannily so. You know. You heard it that time? I put them up to 80%. I didn't put them at 100 because I didn't want them to like blow our ears out. depending. So this was our first test. I appreciate you. Thank you for the resub. Dude, Knives, no shit. That is a... How old is the kid in A Christmas Story? I don't know if I know his age in that. It's a young boy in The Christmas Story. I'm not shitting you. I save the weirdest. Like, I just sit here and like zone out to movies sometimes when I'm playing a game. And if I let my head will clue in when they say the most inappropriate thing out of context. And that was it. It was the bully, like the freckly bully. When I tell you to come, you come. And I was just like, funny. Saved. Do it all the time. And then I find them deep within the bowels and I have another giggle about them and then I throw them in. Friends are like trees. Hit them with an axe multiple times and they fall over. That was so real. I'm uncomfortable. I got the leg shake. He's just saying what we're all thinking. I'll give you the link one sec. I think this was, I don't know who gave me that, but holy shit. What an experience we've all shared. Death is my only chance at retirement. Jesus Christ. No, it's hilarious. It's so good. I'll laugh later. I'll laugh, of course. I'll laugh later. It's like the smile reminds me of the it was something in Beretta. I can't remember the YouTube channel. It was way back in the day, but they had a video and it was called the to-do list. And it was just this really low quality video of a dude who was like, and he had a little list and it was like to do, like drink water, eat fruit, clean the bathroom. And then at the end he shoots himself. But the whole time he's like, it's alarming. And it made me feel like that a little bit. I'm really work to live and I don't want to work all the time. I know. Yeah. It is kind of scary that like there's going to be a lot of us that just work till we die. We're going to die at work. It's better than dying in a hospital though, to be real. Like I don't want to work till I'm 105. Like I don't want to, like it already hurts. What did I do? I lifted a monitor and my shoulder's fucked. Everything already hurts. I don't know how I'm going to be that good at 105. Like I'm not going to be able to afford those bionic parts. Those are going to be expensive in my lifetime. Dying is against TOS, 100%. Vomiting, dying, nipples. Do you remember that one, Mech? Dude, the Beretta, it was like Bats and Beretta or something like that. Brett and Beretta, something like that. They also did like Bible in a Minute. Bible in a Minute, Earth, Air, Adam, Eve, something, and it's like a rap where they literally rap the Bible in a minute. It's fucking amazing. They were so good. It was back before anyone, like, before YouTube was like a household name, I guess. It was Baby. I don't even know if it went up on YouTube, to be honest. It might have been something else. Ew. But what if you work in a hospital? Wait, what do you mean? You fucked. Lady nipples. Thank you, Rod. Thank you. Very true. Lady nipples. I want to be 105 and freaking the sheets. Will we be able to do that at 105? Like, will our hips crumble? Chef, don't worry. Oh my God. It gets so much worse. Have a nice day. Enjoy this giant eyeball. Ha 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 ha. Lethal, that's kind of how I see it. Like, same. No shit. When I was working at Hopkins, I think it was like a year into it. Hopkins used to have a pension program. And if you're unfamiliar with a pension, basically you work X amount of years and you would build up this amount of like a retirement fund from the place you worked. And if you weren't within like 6 months or something of actively retiring, they stripped every single employee of their pensions. And they were like, but hey, we've got a 401k now. Like, I was afraid to go to work that day. I wasn't sure what would happen because this is in Baltimore and bitches be fucking serious. That was wild and totally legal. Totally legal. Fucked up. No shit. You were the last year to get that. No shit. That's wild. They didn't even offer it when I got my job there. They were already offering the 401k. They just hadn't told anyone that they were stripping away pensions. So, like, don't depend on your pensions. Just FYI. I know exactly how I want to die. I want to be about 85, hopped up on Viagra and suffocated between... What the fuck? What the fuck?
Knives 112 gobble gobble $115. This is for the desk. Buy a new desk.
Hurts literally. So now I have to get a nice desk, is what you're saying. Fuck! Bless your fucking heart. Unless you want to put my brain in a jar. Oh, wait, will it still work? Life extension is meaningless without vitality extension. Oh, Sheepy, I could not fucking agree harder on that one. That is so hard. I say it in a much more American way. I don't want to live to the point I can't wipe my own ass. You know? Like, if I can't casually rub one out in the parking lot of some building where I need to, I'm out. Like, if it hurts to do these things, fucking thank you. But a barrier square for a tree, actually, that's a really good idea. Honestly, Knives, I had so many weird ideas to try to dry this thing out and make it work. Like, i.e. covering it in rice, because I can't obviously put it in a bucket of rice because it's huge. But, like, dumping rice all over it to dry it out. I had, what was the other fucking, it was the rice. I thought about cutting it into boards, drying it, and then putting it back together. Because I have all these things I could do. I know. It's because I'm an idiot. I thank you. I fucking appreciate you. I don't know, Kills. I had no plans to get a new desk. I had tweeted how fucking pathetic my desk was looking yesterday because after Twitch decided to fuck me over and not let me go live for whatever reason. I decided to strip my desk. I took all the monitors off it and everything, sanded the fuck out of it, dried it. Because honestly, the only reason it's like impaired is because it took on enough moisture that every single time I put paint on it, it bubbles. And if I try to sand it, it just starts to peel off. So, I mean, I wasn't like, before all y'all's like generosity, I literally could not buy a desk. Like before 2 hours and 16 minutes ago. So, like, sure, if delaying's the word for temporary poverty due to taxes bending me over and ripping my anal railgun ing me, then sure, we'll go with delaying. Sorry, I blacked out. I appreciate you. Exactly. When you dislocate a finger or two, knocking one out, you've lived too long, right? Like, if when you come, you literally black out because the blood flow, you don't have the volume of blood anymore. It's time to go. Same. Quality over quantity, in my opinion. A rainal gun. Oh, a rainal gun, if you will. Yep. Mm-hmm. Getting railed in the wallet is the IRS version of getting railed in the sundress. Yeah. But like in a gross, like, I'm going to be a true crime story kind of way. Like, they found her so peaceful in her sundress in the woods, but raccoons had eaten her tum-tum out or something. Like, it would be that kind of, yeah. Yeah, the IRS literally is the, Lilith, I'm like in the weirdest position because why are you like this? I can't put my feet down under myself. My dogs are way too clingy. There it is. Anal railgun forever. You're not going to see a new desk anytime soon. See, he's now engaged in a war of principle and pride. Well, I'll get a new desk just for the sake so stream isn't fucked. So my, lack of a better word, professional life isn't fucked over by the fact that I'd have nowhere to do said professional life. But I won't immediately burn this. I think I'll do what Knife suggested. I'm going to cut it up into boards and see what I can do. See if I can actually dry it and use it into some. Because, and the legs are great. It has those like IKEA legs that you can just take off and they're adjustable up and downers. Those are great. I'll take those off. But the wood has purpose to it. I hate, we have, I mean, at least in America, we have fields of landfills. Like landfills freak me out. You've been to one once and it's enough to haunt you for the rest of your life. I try to create as the least amount of trash possible. And I could at least turn this into a little fence for my garden or something. Yeah. Or a tree box. Yeah, 100%. I black out too, but I'm 6 feet tall and have low blood pressure. I get it. I'm with you on that one. When particle board, literally the butterfinger of wood gets fucked. That's the thing. If it wasn't shitty ass particle board, this would have never been an issue. Because normal wood, you can like dry out and it doesn't take on water like a fucking sponge. But particle board apparently was like, I'm so thirsty. You know what I'm saying? And it just fucked me. So, new hideous movie trailer has an MRI scare. Anal railgun still beats it. No shit. Of course, anal railgun's gonna beat everything. I mean, the fact that it went up into the chest cavity and touched a liver. Ooh. If you can afford the countertop I sent the other day. Oh, dude, that was such a. I love that you sent me that because seriously, like, I want to make it. Because these legs are wobbly and, like, the table is not the sturdiest because it's particle board and shit. Like, I'd love to make it if I can do it cost efficiently. Because no, like, store-bought desk is going to, match up to something you make at home and make it yourself better. And especially if it's cheaper. Less expensive. Inexpensive. You know what I mean? Cheap always indicates bad quality, and I don't think it shouldn't, but it does. Yeah, me too, Staunch. That's exactly it. My top is terrible and my legs are nice. I'm going to keep the legs. What she's saying is that she'll put a new desk up and move the fucked up desk to the side to work off stream. Yep. And then I'll do, maybe. Well, I don't know. I think I might actually cut it up. I don't want to waste any more shit. I almost cried. This thing. I used so much of this and it all peeled off. Like, I also don't like to waste and that really fucking pissed me off. And it's over half just gone. That's what peeled off. It's just, I don't like that at all. I don't know if this desk deserves that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, part of me was like, ooh, peel porn. Because everybody loves to peel the plastic off something new. Like, it was fun, but also like, oh, so much time and money. Oh my God. Just like disappointment. Sad. Are they trying to get rid of BMI? Good. BMI is dangerous. I honestly think BMI encourages eating disorders. According to my BMI chart in my doctor's office, I'm too short for my weight. That's precious. A resin top desk. I would love to. I love watching those resin pour videos. I don't know how the fuck they get it to settle level without buying so much that you have to lay like over an inch of it. And then you have to, that's one tool I would love to have that I don't have is like a sander. I don't have a big sander, so I sanded this bitch by hand, which is why I think my shoulder is fucked up today. But yeah, I have to do it. I don't have I would love one, but I don't have one. And I think you have to get like that smooth ass surface on it. And that it would just drive me fucking crazy. Dude, right knives, it was infuriating. Like, fun, but also, oh, fuck yourself. Hours. I did hours of, I sat there with like a Mod Podge brush to make it so it's fucking gloss clear. Like, smooth. No bumpies, no brush strokes. Ah! I'm fine. $120 plus some poly to seal it. I mean, that's what these fucks have tipped me with today, so that works. I mean, honestly, I'd probably just get different legs because these legs are designed to hold particle board desk, not like a heavier real wood desk. I wouldn't, because they're the ones, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They look like the old like lightsaber things we used to get where you would have to like flick it and it the plastic would shoot out, but it's like different cones of just varying sizes. It's basically 2 poles of different sizes. You unscrew the bottom one and then just yank them in and out of each other, but the heavier the top is, they just start to like, you know what I'm saying? Slowly over time. And I've noticed that after putting all my monitors on, they're like, I broke a piece on my desk, and I happen to have 2. I took the non-broken piece to the woodworker place. I think they made cabinets. Fuck yeah. But asked them if they could still make it into oak, and they did. That's pretty awesome, though. Sunburns. What? Wear sunscreen. I bought a cheap desk on Wayfair that's not that expensive, and they deliver to your door. But then it's pre-made. Like, I mean, I bet I could still make it cheaper myself. I don't know. I'm always going to look for the more inexpensive thing because I'm cheap. And I just don't trust places like that. Honestly, I've bought a lot of like, you know, assemble yourself furniture or pre-assembled or whatever. And it's always, I feel like in personal opinion, a piece of shit. Like everything inside is like bendy ass aluminum. Like you overscrew a screw and it's like, oh, you just went through that piece because it was tinfoil. I don't know. Is that just me? I think I'm just used to having a lot of my dad's shop, so everything was like hardcore fucking like steel and stuff, and everything was. I don't know. I've bought like a lot of just like various things, household things that are shelving or whatever, and I'm like, this is crap, and I just end up going to Lowe's and going to aisle 20 and getting my own shit and putting it together myself, anyways, and I end up spending more money because it's just crap. Like, I mean, no shit, my mom. I can't with my dog right now. She's just so annoying. For Christmas, I think, she got me a fire pit, which, like, bless her heart, I live in a fire pit. Sure. But I finally assembled it a few weeks ago for the first time because, like, I live in a fire pit. And just like, I had the drill and I was not, like, I was just, went one thing too far, like one click too far, just trying to tighten all the screws, and an entire panel of it just, and I'm supposed to light this thing on fire. I'm supposed to trust this to be lit on fire. It's just crap. Everything's crap. What happened to, like, iron? Jesus Christ, Leaf. Rightfully so. Oh, Etsy, no shit. Were they homemade? Ooh, bass guitar bodies. Do it. My YouTube isn't loading. I just realized it's still silent. Hold on. Let me see if anything buffer. Ooh, this one buffered. It's going to be super loud. Sorry about the silence. I don't think it's going to pause. I think we're good. Until that. Ooh, I like this part, though. That high-pitched fucking chipmunk can fuck itself, though. One day. My dream desk is one that I make myself with iron. Dude, yeah, like wrought iron legs and shit. That'd be, oh my God. My dream also would be just one beautiful piece of wood that's got like knots and shit in it that I just, oh God. I love wood flaws with raw edges. Like, not like raw sliver edges, but when it's got like the bark edge or something. Oh, so pretty. I dig this. No, Mike, I totally get it. I just like, I've got a ton of like just crappy, I hate to say it, IKEA furniture. I've got a shit ton because who doesn't? I think that's kind of like a rite of passage when you get your own place. You're like, I don't know where else to go. Better go to IKEA. And I've put together so much of it and dealt with so much of it for so many years that I'm at this point where I just refuse. I won't do it anymore. It's all crap. It's so like, I have one, it's like their cubes shelving. If you've ever seen IKEA's like cube shelving. And if there's not enough weight in it, the whole thing can do this. Which is horrifying. Because every little, like, I can't remember what they're called, the little steel, like, L's that hold everything together, they're aluminum. I mean, I could just sit here and be like, they're shit. They just shit. Bench steel is a little bit pricey. Mine was 8 foot, so I needed something sturdy. Your desk is 8 feet? Wait, what? Oh, 8-foot table. My God. I'm not that high, am I? I legitimately was thinking of an 8-foot table for like 10 seconds. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Not high enough or too high. We never know which one it is. This weed's actually pretty dank. I've been trying to cook this bowl out. The bowl is gray. It's not that burnt, but it's plugged. And I think, just sitting there and like lighting the resin and sucking hard on this shit has fucked my brain up. It was an 8-foot table that both me and my daughter used for for games and work. Fuck yeah, dude. That sounds like an amazing. This is like, it's not 6 foot because it's shorter than my arms. I think it's just shy of 60 inches, which is perfect, honestly, for me. Just for my like stream desk, because it's just where it gives the monitors ample room to spread out, and I'm not like sitting there rigging them together and janking them up and shit all the time. I have no idea. Is it UK drill music? What is drill music? We're listening to Sheepy suggested rap. I really dug that, and the ending was really good. I'm saving it really quick before I forget. I got them to load finally. Well, buffer enough. I find if I knock it down to the worst quality possible, they'll go. Oh my god. Side note. So you know how we were supposed to get, we're getting fiber, supposed to get fiber. So we noticed on our bill that they were charging us for fiber internet, but we didn't have it. Like our internet's actually been shittier in this past couple weeks than it's ever been. Both of us, just shit internet. Like it takes forever for things to load. My buffering rate's horrible on Twitch, like just crap. And Zach sat on the phone, not an exaggeration, for a little over 5 hours. And he was on hold for 4.5-ish of it. At one point, they literally put him on hold for an hour and they forgot about him. Like he hung up and called back and they literally were like, oh, we forgot. And so we Google Maps like a real place to go in person. And I shit you not, it's a house that probably has bodies in the basement. Like it's a residential house. And it's the only internet. Like we're living in a hellscape. We do not have fiber, long story short. It's so convoluted. They told Zach, in order to get fiber, you have to cancel your entire account with us, restart an account, and sign up for fiber. And so Zach's like, okay, let's do that. And they're like, we can't do that. You have to do that. And then they cut our internet. There aren't any answers. Obviously, we got it back, but it's been a weird couple weeks. Hell! Oh, really? Some people are really particular about where the wood grain is going. You did make a deal with the devil. I have no idea. I don't know what's happened. We don't have fiber yet, but we got internet back. Yes. Yes, I made sure we got a credit for that. I was like, fuck that, because it's insanely more expensive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was listening to this conversation, Knives, and it sounded like the people on the other end were literally just transferring him between 3 of them because none of them had any fucking idea what anything like. You know what I'm saying? It was astounding. But it's our only option. Exactly. It was. I don't need to say it. I don't have any, like. Dumb. Fucking dumb. 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 Fucking dumb. I don't say that lightly. fucking dropped a few times, dumb. Alarming that that's what's in charge of our internet connection, which is our livelihood. Pucky! What up, baby? Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, giving it any swings, go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing is really sexy than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my god. The people in our loyalty desk make me question humanity and the ability to act on basic information. Yeah. Yeah. They have no, oh, knives. It was like, I mean, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because a phone conversation, for one thing, sucks. You have no idea. Like, it's so much easier to actually talk to someone and see a face. But I'm surprised. I think maybe they were sitting at a computer that answers the phone for them because that might have been too far of a concept. Do you catch what I'm throwing at you? Like when all the Walmart greeters got fired during COVID, they went here. It hurt my brain. Like I couldn't have. And the miraculous thing was, for all of Zach's emotional irregulation issues, we'll say, that bitch kept a calm tone the whole time. I don't know, after 4.5, 5 hours of that, I would have been like, "Ah! I'm gonna find you in person and scream in your ears until this is fixed! Ah!" You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I can't pay my bills without it. Bitch better get fucking busy. It was a lot of anger. Anger. Fury in my soul. Fury. 5 hours. The entirety of his day off. And then they cut our fucking internet. Like, you can't make that up because it's so bad no one would read it. Like, that's just bad. That's not entertainment. I always love when I have to call tech support. I pull a Ron Swanson. I know more than you. Just put me on with 2-tier already. This is what I do for a living. That's great. I don't have the best phone etiquette, so I tend to not do it if I don't have to. I try to do the text because I'm much nicer. I can think about what I say first. You need a certain type of personality for the job. People on the phone are just people on the phone, so they tone it out. Unused to work. I worked in a call center too, 100%. Oh yeah, like I've been there, done that, and I'm sure they get abused. And the thing is, like I'm guessing, based on just my own work experience, that they don't know what the fuck is going on because no one has told them. No one has trained them or taught them because the internet people know that everybody has to have internet and they don't make money off of training people and they don't make money off of fixing issues. So, like, we don't have another option. That's the only internet here because we're in the fucking mountains. So they can treat everybody like shit. So, like, I have never blown up or irately screamed at, like, a person trying to help me. I'm usually just like, hey, if I seem kind of snippy, just understand it's a situation and I understand you are powerless in this. And they usually giggle and we go on with our conversation because what more that can they do? But it is like I might never come back if I go to the place that Google says is the headquarters of this internet company, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of house. But I will never, like in my mind, they're off the cliff in the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I will never, because I've been in that. I worked customer service too. And when people scream at you, or like when I was a head cashier, that was probably the worst for me. Like the worst for me in terms of trying to like protect my cashiers and myself from abusive customers. But people will go through the store, talk to a million different sales associates, not get what they want, or not get the sale they want, or not get the price they want. And on their way out, they will feel the urge to unleash all of this built up frustration on the lowest paid, least respected, least knowledgeable person employed by the store, the fucking cashier, who's probably a part-timer in school or a mom who wants something to do with her free time, for fuck's sake. And I would watch that shit and just be like, show me you're a fucking idiot without saying it out loud. Blowing up at a cashier, my dude. Are you fucking with me? Absolutely not. Oh my god, was my alert hella low? Skew! Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it swings for a fucking year. I appreciate you. Thank you. I think the only kind of people out there that talk to clerks or people trying to help you over the phone, whatnot, the only kind of people that treat those people like shit are people who have never had that job, or they're so displaced from when they held that job that they somehow feel better than now or something. I think if you've worked literally any amount of customer service in any way, shape, or form, I don't know how else to put it, you know what I mean? Food service is customer service, by the way, serving people, it really humbles you even before you're an arrogant cow. Like, you get pre-humbled. You know? Ew, bacon, absolutely not. Your home phone? No. The fuck? Dude, Chronicle, that's all you can do. I've done it a lot, and in person it works too. If you're ever wondering, but you haven't felt the need to experiment yet, the tactic of disarming with the smile, I guess, for lack of a better, I don't know what else to call it. That's not a real name, but that's what I would teach my cashiers because it completely disarms someone who is being pissy for the sake of being pissy. When someone just starts to fucking unleash, like, your store has nothing I need, you're overpriced, I'm going across the street to blah, blah, blah hardware, bop, 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 and they just, uh-huh, oh, you don't, oh, that's so interesting. Well, you have a fabulous day, sir. Enjoy that weather out there. They can't do anything. They're disarmed. They literally, like, shit their pants and walk out ashamed with their tail between their legs. It's incredible every single time. It works. I've done it. They want someone to fight back. That's what's so immature and sad. Kill him with kindness, Mishy. It's so trite, but it's real. It's not being, like, really, actually, like, kind, but just the, is there anything else I can do for you today? Yeah, you can fucking kill your... Oh, you know what? My shift's not over for a couple of hours, but thank you so much for your patronage. Have a wonderful evening. I love to watch them die inside. Like, I pick their heart up off the floor after it falls out their asshole and I throw it in the trash. It's so fucking beautiful. Huh? Cheers to that. Too high, not high enough. Dog, exactly where my feet should be going, so I'm very off balance and uncomfortable. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column D. Oh, Knives, have you seen, speaking of constant smiles, ugh, the new Dead movie? There's so many fucking horror movies with Dead in the title. The one, oh, there's so many of the same fucking Evil Dead Rise. Yeah. Have you seen the new one? I think my sister saw it. I can't remember. Someone saw it in theaters and messaged me from the theater with a picture of it and was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "That's rude." She has great legs though, so I'm into it. What did you think? I wasn't hella impressed. I tell people if nice to me, have a blessed day. If not nice, I hope you have the day you deserve. Ooh, that's beautifully backhanded. Oh, is it on Max now? Try my damnedest to get moved over to a non-support role so I never have to feel the call support again at this place. Do you really think you'll never have to again? I guarantee they still send that shit to you. It was entertaining, I agree. Like, there were some, it wasn't as, like, goofy. Yeah, not goofy, maybe, like, there were a few things, like, the eyeball, no spoilers, for lack of, the, that was funny. I fucking pissed myself. That was so funny. There were a few things here and there, but it wasn't as, like, funny. But it was creepy. It was the makeup and shit was amazing. I just knocked my fucking elbow yet again. I just hang up because fuck that. Honestly, if your employer, in my opinion, Chronicle, if your employer forces you to subject yourself to verbal abuse, that's not okay. Like, you don't have to ever listen to someone verbally fucking abuse you. If someone starts flying off the handle at you for no fucking reason on the phone, I would hang up too. That's self-preservation. Fuck that. People need to grow up. It's the same, it's similar to the keyboard warriors. Grow up, unplug, you're done. It's time to be an adult now. Bye-bye. I had never heard these before, no. They sound so much like Baz. Like, if I didn't like see what I was looking at, wow, Katie, what I'm listening to, like the titles of the songs, I totally think Pete and Baz were in that, or Pete and Baz were involved. But maybe that's just the genre of rap, and maybe it all sounds exactly the same, and that's what's up, but I have to save them, otherwise I forget forever. Oh, no. More! Call centers all hell. I don't know if that's the worst job I've ever had, because technically I did have a job where I experienced dead babies on a regular basis. But, like, it was the most miserable I ever been at a job, ever. When a customer threatened to go somewhere else, depending on my mood, I'd politely suggest, ask for, and come up with a first name. Then I'm trying to be helpful when they're shitting on me. Yeah. Dude, trouble, good. On-call is stupid. Unless you're getting paid. That's basically... I think that should be... I think it's wrong. It's weird. Staff appropriately. Don't put people in misery at home just because you don't want to shell out money. Baz wasn't in one of them. I knew it! I knew it. My brain may not be great, but my ears are okay. They're okay. I'm on a call right now and I don't. I'm so sorry. Yucky. Phones are the worst. How we've not figured a better way to communicate. Like, Jesus Christ. $5 years? Oh my God, fire. There's so many people, though, all throughout my Twitch life. So many people in our community are IT. Like, you guys are either, I feel like, literally hammered into the ground with a hatchet or bored off your fucking minds telling people to turn it on and off again. Honestly, Sheepy, I listen to so much different music that's not in English that it doesn't trip me up anymore. It's really weird. I know. It's kind of sad. Like, I remember being younger and being really excited just to, like, hear a British accent. Like, I need to stop talking to y'all so I can get excited about it again. If there's anything I'd want computers to take over, it's support and client customer-facing roles. I feel like when a human being purchases something, let's say a computer, a table that's self-assembly, what have you, dildo, that before they're allowed to even give money to the store, they have to sign a little waiver or like check a box that says they are willing to read the instructions, follow them verbatim, and suffer the consequences thereafter. Because I feel like a lot less people would just go home and be fucking idiots if that was there, but I don't know. Also, then y'all could be like, didn't you check that box to buy this shit? Ha ha ha! And that'd be funny. What's even more fun is the company wants us to put our personal cell phone numbers. Absolutely fucking not. In the system so that we get automated text when something's down. Sure, if you pay for my phone, not paying for it, fuck off. Absolutely not. They did that at Hopkins to us for a while. They made us put our actual phone numbers into the system. So I would get texts at home at 4 o'clock in the morning for like orders on a patient that wasn't my patient. And I'd have to like wake up, call work, call the person in the department and be like, this text is supposed to go for you. Fuck off. That shit, they can't, they like, someone bitched about it enough that they finally got rid of it, but it was fucked. 11 years? Zbot, do you feel dead? I feel like it was an episode of IT Crowd. It works though. Like, That honestly solves a lot of things, though, right? It's kind of gross. 11 years. Kind of surprised I haven't ended up on disability from a breakdown, dude. I mean, your like, what's the word I'm looking for? Your employment field, coworkers, what have you, in my opinion, probably like experience one of the highest like rates of verbal abuse, if not the highest. Because man, once you give that anonymity of no face, people get fucking abusive. Verbally and otherwise, like Jesus fucking Christ. It's like you're not human because they can't see you, so they just ugh, gross. Kind of sometimes just coasting, sometimes I can't not feel like a raw nerve. Yeah. Man. Damn. That's congrats, dude. That's a lot. Got drunk one day to go into my call center job. It was the best decision ever. Did you have a good day? Did you like sell lots or whatever? Succeed at whatever you did in your call center? Salaries, technically I wasn't getting paid. However, being on a call outside normal hours wasn't part of the job when I was hired on. That was ours too. We weren't salary. It was really weird and apparently illegal, but basically if you were like they just assumed you would be there in time and just paid you. I guess we were salary. But we did not get paid for fucking being texted at 3 in the morning. That was just a broken system. 4 years, Jesus Christ, no. I think I did it for 1, and I was like, nope, can't ever do that again. Then I ended up doing it again like an idiot. Even though you're sitting there with all their personal information, dude, which is creepy as fuck. That kitty cat makes me so happy. Happy 420, stove up. And cheers. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, giving it a swings. I fucking appreciate you. Yeah, because they're salary, they can text us whenever. Exactly. Yeah. But it was weird because, like, what we found out was basically it was an honors system. So if no one ever bitched about you showing up late constantly, our bosses just went and keyed in our times. So according to our employer, like John's, like, hospital, we weren't coded as salary, but like we didn't clock in and out, so they ended that, and that was the huge thing. I think I told you guys about that when I was still working there, but all of a sudden they fucking nicked that and they're like, everybody has to start clocking in and out. We all had to learn how to clock in and out. It was fucking ridiculous. Why? It was so stupid. I mean, like, we were stupid. It was crazy. And then they were like all the employees were like, okay, if we have to clock in and out, then you have to give us a lunch. Just to be assholes. There's no one to give you a lunch. You don't just get to like turn your phone off and be like, peace department. No, now none of y'all are going to try to die in the next hour, right? Yeah. Good luck. Bye. Like that's never going to happen. Like that's not real. So it was a fucking catastrophe. I still to this day don't think anybody gets lunches. Like they couldn't figure out how. That was their excuse for not doing it. It's so crazy. Was this in Black Panther? I haven't seen Black Panther for so long. No, but I was less anxious and cared about the income of the call, and it took weight off my shoulders. See, that's I never felt like icky. I guess I never felt like weight on my shoulders, even though we definitely were just.
I mean, the most wonderful person in the world, ClassyKatie.
We were literally just asking for money, which is crazy. But I had some of the worst calls of my life, like calling for someone who was dead or who was on their way home because they just tried to dead themselves, like shit like that, where I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with my day now. Have a wonderful one. Bye. Those ones fucked me up. I just got like PTSD from the phone because I just had way too many of those unsuspecting, like people just dropping truth bombs on you. Hi, Donna. How are you, love? I've gotten that. I know some people I've talked to. Why treat someone with access to your personal data like trash? What? Yeah, I don't understand why treat anyone like trash, much less the person on the phone. Because out of the entire corporation, if they've got a call center, I guarantee these call center people aren't being paid to be yelled at, like the way that I've seen people yell at people. People yell at people? Jesus fucking Christ. When I was on the phones and getting berated for stuff I couldn't change, I would sometimes say, let me put your comments in the file. And some people would backpedal when they realized their name would be attached to those comments. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God, one of my dogs just farted. Why do you smell like death? Oh, God. She's under my legs. We're having a great time. Nick. 2 fucking years? Oh my Lilith. You smell like you're rotting on the inside. Are you dying in your butthole? Thank you for subbing to the class. Keeping the class alive. Giving it swings, Nick. I fucking appreciate you. Should we take a break? Jesus Christ. She's dead asleep, but I smell corpse. You guys want to go outside? Oh, one does. You want to go outside, Bill? You smell like you have an ass turd. Because there are other ones. There's 2. If you clock in and out, are required to take a lunch if you work more than 6 hours, 100%. Unless you work for a hospital and it's ethically unsafe and puts lives in danger for you to take a lunch. It's disgusting. Loopholes. Like anal sex. And these people make 6 to 7 figures. They can't figure out how to staff people in a hospital so nurses and doctors have a break. Hard, yep. Because it doesn't affect them personally, and they know that at least every respiratory therapist I've ever known is never going to just leave their department. Ever, because what the fuck? We have fucking a conscience. Wafting, everyone likes the scent of their own brand. Oh my God, but Donna, I can't wait till they do a full version because it's so fucking good. Like, I'm here for that. Yeah, they get around it by it being healthcare knives. It's kind of like there's a law in many states where because I am medically licensed with a life-saving in my scope of practice license, lots of repetitiveness today, Katie, very original. If I was to come upon a person who is down and no one has responded yet, i.e. no one's called the cops, there's no paramedics there, I am required by law to assess that person, call paramedics, and start compressions until paramedics show up. And if someone witnesses me being like, oh shit, I didn't see that, I can have my medical license pulled. It's part of the do no harm, do no evil. You have these skills. We give you this knowledge, save lives, blah, 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 blah. But it's part of that they can do a whole lot of fuckery to us. Because doctors, you know that. Doctors work literally 70 plus hour shifts and they don't have a clock in out lunch. And they're not salary. Some of them aren't even paid. They're residents. It gets fucked. But it's the way, the higher ups, like Kel was saying, they play the better than thou card like, our employees would never desert their patients for 30 minutes. How could you ask a thing? No one will give us help. However will we solve it? Oh, no. But really, they're like, we ain't gonna pay another RT for your lunch. Bop, 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 bop. That's it. They could literally pay an RT to come in for 2 hours a night and get the lunches over. It'd be crazy, but they won't. Aw, did someone not get intimacy or maybe attention as a child? Time to dig a hole and lay yourself in it. You're essentially obligated. Yep. You're obligated by whatever. And their threat is, and it's crazy because these national licenses, like, I've told you this many times, but you go to school, you graduate with a nursing degree or an RT degree. You're not a nurse or an RT. You then have to go purchase this other program to teach you how to do the clinical boards. And then you have to purchase the clinical boards, which are $300 a pop. And depending on what your license is, you have to do many. One of mine, I think, was over $500. I think like the physical clinical one was. It's insane. Fail it, got to do it again. Then you get your license. And then you have to pay like dues and fees constantly throughout the years, like forever. And their threat is, oh, we'll pull your license. It's like, what does this do for me? What am I putting money in? What do you do? They're not a union. They don't protect us. They don't offer education. They don't even offer fucking CREs. Like, what are they? But according to my country, I gotta pay them a shit ton of money every year to, like, keep my license. But does that mean I'm still a good RT or I'm keeping up on knowledge or blah, blah, blah? No. No. Not at all. It's fucking fuck, dude. Like, who are these people? Who is the NRBC? MBRC? I don't know. But I pay them a lot of money to unplug, I guess. They are. It is. And it's shrouded in the cloak of healthcare and being untouchable and medicine and science. But like they do nothing. They literally do nothing. They don't pay for your BLS or your ACLS. They don't do shit. They don't even help you put together a fucking resume. If anything, literally you can go to their website and you could even put in my name if you know my full name. You can put in anyone's name and or license number and it will tell you if they have any strikes on their license and if their license is currently active. But like what fucking DOS PC couldn't be programmed to generate a list like that? There's no way that every single respiratory therapist in the United States of America is paying the wages of that. That's it. It's fucking dumb. But I know that across the medical board, it's the same for everybody. Nursing, doctors, et cetera, et cetera. And it's all that cloak of like martyrdom. We do it because we care. We love. We blah, we blah. Fuck me, right? It's crazy. Capitalism is true. I haven't got enough hugs from Amazonian Katie. And now that, oh my God, I know. Travel's just so expensive this year. Honestly, Astro, like I've looked into all of it. Travel is astronomical. I'm going to Vegas. That's the one because it's cheap, it's close, and it's cheap to stay. But everywhere else, like even like I was going to go to TwitchCon EU, but I've been scouting plane tickets since it was announced and they haven't dropped below 1900 per person since. And I ain't about to shell out $2,000 to sit on a plane for 24 hours straight, super uncomfortable for 3 days in France. As much as I love y'all, like I don't have it. I don't want to have that. I don't want to do that. It's just bad. Like I would not even be there long enough to get over jet lag. It's just insane. I don't know. Hurts, honestly. I don't. That's my question too, because they don't do anything. Like these overarching organizations, the umbrella organizations over each medical specialty, they do nothing. They offer us nothing other than a threat to steal our license if we don't blank. That's it. But like, you can't take my education, my knowledge, or my experience. That's impossible because that's inside me. If I'm a good RT, I'm a good RT regardless of the number. So like, on top of that, like nurses and RTs and et cetera are paid shit. So like, if 1 year, for instance, I didn't have the $300 and whatever when they decided it's time to pay it, I lose my license and I have to go back to school again and retake all those tests all over again if you miss it by a second. It's really royally fucked up. It's not very encouraging. I don't encourage anyone to go into healthcare. That being said, if it's your calling, oh, bless you, you're such a good person. Someone's got to do it right. Man. If anyone's vomiting in their mouth, I do apologize. Do not spew on your keyboard. And it's forever knives. It's like, it's weird. Like, on it, I've thought about it for a long time because every single RT in the United States of America does this. And then, say, for instance, when I moved from Washington to Baltimore, I had to pay a different board to maintain my license every year. So, depending on how many states you want to be accredited in, you have to pay that $300 every year times X. So, for instance, currently I am licensed in Washington State, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Colorado. I pay $2,400 a month just to maintain my medical license because if I let it drop, I have to do all that over again, and I couldn't. Like, I actually know how to care for people now. I don't know how to fake care for people anymore. It's really fucked up. I went to Hawaii in 2016 for my 10th anniversary. The plane tickets were more expensive than everything else. Yep. That's how Thailand was, Donna. When I went to Thailand, again, Thailand's pretty darn cheap. Like the baht is crazy exchange rate. But the flight was like $1,100 round trip or whatever. But we were staying in like 5-star hotels for 75 cents a night. It was insane. Like crazy inexpensive once you're there. Travel is so expensive and it's always the flight. I wouldn't, Kel, I wouldn't. Not even just this year, just increasing constantly. And the cost of staying in Seattle puke, dude, Seattle's gnarly. You can stay with family, but because I moved across the state, rip, dude, for real. That's my mom actually was because my mom and dad, my dad's looking to retire. My mom just retired earlier this year. They've been looking at like where they want to settle, even though they say that every single house they've ever bought, they say that. Uh, and Washington State is one of the least, like one of the worst states to retire in, I guess. Whatever retirement means, like taxes and shit, probably. It's one of the worst. Same. I've only ever gone a couple time zones away, so I haven't noticed jet lag either. Jet lag's terrible. It's so weird. It's almost like being sick, and it's not. It's just that like whatever your normal sleep schedule is, just imagine an alarm going off 3 hours before normal every day. So like if you're not somewhere for at least a week, the first half of your trip, unless you have some good drugs, you feel like shit. You feel like shit. Like you're just kind of I remember what was the first I think the first like big international trip I ever did was to Greece. And the first 2 days we were in Athens, and I remember exactly this much of it. Because I was drunk without drinking. I was fucking drunk. Like I was swaying. Because it's completely opposite of us. It's so far ahead or behind or whatever the fuck it was. It was literally like waking up at being sent to bed at 10 p.m. and waking up at 2 a.m. every day and being expected to like enjoy myself without caffeine. It was wild. Oh, so traveling RTs. So essentially, Hertz, what happens is for a traveling RT, you are not employed by the hospital. I think it's the same for nursing. You're not employed by the hospital you work at. You're employed by the company, like the traveling company. So they're the one that holds your license, so to speak. So they can put you anywhere and they cover that liability of your license. It's something to do with that. I've never done traveling. I've just talked to some traveling nurses, and that's how they explain it. It's about it. Why did my music stop again? I thought I put on a list just based on the last music, and it's probably the connection. Don't be a dick. Sorry, I was trying to fucking scroll. Taxpayers and they're flying to the Netherlands, then to Paris, since that was half the price. I tried to do that too, and it was less expensive, but still, in my opinion, not worth it. And that could simply be because I have traveled a lot, and I consider myself pretty fucking good at like getting travel deals. And I've been to Thailand, and I still haven't paid over $1,500 for a plane ticket. $1,900 for 3 days in Paris. Not only do I need to move approximately every 60 seconds because anxiety, I'm 6 feet tall. I don't fit on airplanes. So that's just a hellscape. So on top of jet lag, my knees hurt. Literally on the flight from Thailand to Singapore, bitch in front of me reclined her seat so hard she broke my patella of my knee. That's how long my legs are. Like, you don't get to recline your seat if you're sitting in front of me. Please stop doing that, you fucking asshole. Ugh! Who needs to fucking stop it? Stop it. And when I cried, she looked at me like, ugh. Like I ruined her day. Sucks. I like when, and this is just personal, but because travel sucks, it's expensive and fucking sucks. Did I mention? I usually, when I go like, especially overseas, if I go international, I stay for 2 to 3 weeks at least. Knives, 100% yes. It didn't sound weird to me. Yes. But yeah, it's just for 3 days where I'm going to be jet lagged the entire time and just at a con. Like, I'm not even going to have time to like explore the countryside of France or it. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't have the money, but if I did, it could go somewhere better than that. Oh, Rome for 2 weeks. We landed. I was good for like 7 hours, then total crash. Slept for 16 hours. Yeah, I've done that. I think I slept for like 30 hours one time. I think that was when I went to Germany because the flight was dumb. Caffeine, I seriously, when I stay places, I make sure that there's at least somewhere nearby I can get some sort of caffeinated source. Because the first time I went to Greece, we didn't do that. And my mom and I would have to wake up. Don't have to, but let's be honest. I want to. I need it. I'm a real bad person without caffeine, at least in the morning. And we had to walk like a mile every morning to some like cafe. And I have a picture of myself and her. We're holding like 2 drink carriers of 6 cappuccinos each. because that's the only thing they do is fucking cappuccinos. And my mom and I would sit there and knock them back like we were fucking alcoholics. Got it. I don't know how people do it. What the fuck? Warm countries don't do caffeine. People try to recline in front of me and my knees are in the back of their seat so they can't do it. That's mine too. But maybe because maybe my knees are smaller. I don't fucking know. They try. Like, inevitably, BDO, they will do the recline, hit my knees, and then they go. And I have to. That's my bones, bitch. Stop it. But nicely. Sometimes. No, it's always. I don't want to be duct taped. Nicely. That's what I'm saying. Be an adult. You don't need to recline your fucking seat. But if you do, you're very welcome to pay for a first class seat for me because I would love to stretch out. Thanks, bitch. The nerve of me, right? Hurts. Honestly, it's a lot of different websites. Like, I went on Reddit, and there's a shit ton of subreddits for inexpensive or like travel savvy stuff. And they sent me to websites that are like flight tracker websites that you open up in an incognito window and you can search flights and they're going to give you the actual cost of flights without like orbits tacking on extra fees or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's just how I did that ages ago because I love to travel. Like I do it every couple of years. It's super, super expensive. Always is, but I try to do it as wise as possible because I don't want to spend money on the flight that is uncomfortable. I'm going to be miserable and some bitch in front of me is inevitably going to recline her seat and snap my patella in half. I want to spend my money when I get there. You know? If I have money. Like I'd much rather spend it eating amazing food and experiencing cool things, etc. Not just on this horrible bus ride through the sky. Which remix? Oh, sorry, Knives. Sorry. I talked too much and now I'm just trying to catch up on, and I'm probably way behind on conversation, and I do apologize. You got me ranting. Zucarion, I've thought about it, but usually on those big ol' ass flights, like the extra leg room's like an extra $600, and I just don't have it. I'd love it. I, like, if I'm a witch, there's a lot of dead short bitches out there, because every time I see some little fucker sitting in first class or in one of the exit rows, I don't say it, but I'm allowed to say it on the inside. Because on the inside is special and secret, and no one hears that. But I want you to experience so much pain and sadness and longing that the things that go through my mental space are dark. You short fuck ass. But I just keep it inside, because inside no one can hear it and it's fine on the inside. On the inside. Yeah, I do need to take a break. I need to pee really bad. BRB. Work, motherfucker, work. Work. Bitch. Oh, I love that RTG song. RTJ. Wow, my mouth is in a bad way today, and I'm worried. Good. Ooh, Aesop. I think Station gave me this band. They're pretty dank. I've only been on a few planes in my life, all in one trip. I hate switching planes on a flight. How did that go? What in the tarn fuckery? I don't know. All the tarn fuckery. Does somewhere mean within your country or somewhere outside? What do you mean? Somewhere? Are we talking to me? No? Me? Nope, Kona. Not me. Just kidding. Welcome back. Side note, so I just realized the day is flying by. I do have to take RTG, rub the gums. Jesus fucking Christ. Read the guide, dude. The amount of times that someone's like, I can't figure it out. Did you read the instructions? No. Okay. Let's fucking go get those then. I have to take off a little bit early today because I've been invited to do something really weird and I'm anxious about it, but also because my mouth is not doing well today. Like, I can't speak. I've been invited to go to dinner with like some big big wigs that just happen to be in Denver, and I'm going tonight, and it's super weird. I don't know why I'm talking quietly. It feels like a secret. It's not. It's just fucking why? Why? I don't know. But I'm going to like dinner tonight. So I gotta like take my dogs out and shit early and do that because, adults eat at 6 p.m. It's not even any tea. I mean, it's not. I've been invited as a local to go to dinner with the CEO of Twitch with some other people. I guess of Twitch and stuff. I don't know. And I have to do that. So, yeah. My heart. I think it's just casual. I think it's literally like he's in town and just wants to see local streamers or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, nervous. I don't know what people expect of me, especially if they've ever seen this, which he probably has not. I didn't have to switch planes. I flew to SF and then later Las Vegas and then back home. I enjoyed the 11-hour flight. No shit. Dude, I wish. I wish, seriously. I would give anything to be able to sit still and not want to scream. Don't drink the wine. I don't drink. Oh God, I might have to drink. Celestial, that's what I would hope. Like, I don't know. Like, in my humble opinion, it doesn't feel like anyone ahead on the top of Twitch has any sort of in-touch notion of what the fuck happens here at all. So I don't know if they've ever watched a Twitch channel, let alone mine. But like, I don't know. Prove me wrong. Probably around like 5, because I think we're having dinner around 6. Ish. I have to like, I don't have to, but like I can feel the wind, so I'm gonna shave my legs. You know what I'm saying? Really? I mean, I kinda get that too. I was Korean, honestly, that's why I continue to travel, is that mix of, like, excitement and anticipation for, like, where you're going and the travel part of it. I like airports, I think they're fun, people watching, stuff like that, like, it's honestly just the being cramped in a seat with no leg room. It's like, like, you know how back in the day they'd be like, tell ladies to hold an aspirin between their knees? That's exhausting after a couple hours, man, and that's literally how I fit. And I almost always get a middle seat, god damn it. Fuck yes, Lizzie. Cheers to that. I think I owe a cheers. I think Viata cheers earlier and I missed it. Cheers. Knives, right? Like I don't feel like my voice or opinion matters in any way, shape, or form. So like I don't know what I'm bringing to this literal dinner table. But like real talk, do I skank it up or nah? Like, do I sell this or this? Because I got dresses for both. I just didn't know which way to go. Cheers. Dinner tonight. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't sure I was allowed to, like, I haven't known about this forever, but I wasn't sure I was allowed to, like, say anything or if it was, like, super top, whatever, but I'm allowed to talk about it. So, yeah. I much prefer road trips. 100%. Cheers, Lizzie. Go full on glamazon. Like, what does that entail? Heels? I don't even think I own any. Wait, no, I do. Oh, I do. Oh no. They're 6 inches. I had to wear them for a wedding. It was terrible. End of the day, what's gonna happen? Probably gonna have some overpriced rich food. Yeah. Uh, myself and Ezekiel underscore III, and I guess local streamers have been invited to go to dinner with the CEO of Amazon of Twitch. And my mouth is not working today, so I'm like legitimately kind of nervous. Like I'm a very professional person, but anxious. I just don't know why. Like why? What have I got? You know, Psycho, I think Kick should just go full on gambling. I think they'd make plenty of money off that shit. Oh, about skanking it up? Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, any summer dress is like borderline skank on me because I'm so fucking tall. Like, I gotta watch out who I bend over around, you know, like bend over near walls and stuff like that. But I have like 3 different dresses I pulled out of the closet that I've got to pick from, and 2 are like bodycon, and 1 is not. And like the bodycon ones, like they're like summery, you know, go get drinks with friends and sit on the outside of a restaurant, kind of, you know. But also like, is that too skanky? I don't know. I feel like if I didn't have huge hips, they wouldn't be, but just because my body is what it is, it automatically ends up sexual, and that's upsetting to me. Oh, David Hard, yeah. Who been sucking that dick, right? Like, I don't think so. Like, not unawareedly. If there's a murder, oh, I will. And I will spiritually send it to you if it's me. If the option of being yourself is presented over being proper, always do the yourself thing. I mean, I'm never not myself. I just, you know, try to tone it down. Like, just turn the volume down just a bit. Because I know I can be a lot. But I don't know. Very true, C-Town. Everybody does, right? Everybody shits. Anubis, that was honestly, like, I didn't think of that right away, but once, because I wasn't really aware of Kick, but I've seen so much about it, I'm wondering if that's had something to do with it. Because it's, I don't know, like, Zeke's like one of the original streamers from Justin TV. I've been around for a bit, but I don't know. Thanks, Void Egg. I just thought it was my longevity. My hips can literally not lie. I can do nothing about my waist to hip ratio. Like, I don't know what to do. It's not even my hips, really, it's my thighs. But like anything I put on becomes like bam just because of my body. But if I get it big enough that it doesn't do that, it's like a sack. So what are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't keep up on these people's names and shit. I don't know. Who is this person? I don't know I have no idea. I'm very in the dark about all of it. I have no idea. Donna, I tried to too. Honestly, my family just like I tried explaining this whole thing to them when I first got into it, and I don't think they want to understand it. So I just keep it not part of the conversation. Right? Like, am I going as just like an eye candy, or do I want my brain to count? Hi, Bolfy. How are you, love? Thick thighs save lives, literally. Who doesn't love thighs? When trying clothes on. You wrote the you write the Holy Thigh Bowl. That's amazing. That's incredible. It's not, I don't know if it's just Zeke and I. The way it was communicated to me was that they were reaching out to some local streamers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any local streamers, to be honest, other than Rod. And he didn't tell me anything about it, so I have no fucking idea. CK is the main attraction. Zeke's the hot side piece. Oh my god, did he tell you about the dress he's wearing? It does say unholy. Yeah. Honestly, I got it because for some reason it can be hot as hell outside and my arms get cold. And these are like weird wind shields, even though it's just mesh. I love these little half sweaters. They're great. Real question is, what's the point of dinner if you're still going to be disconnected from people? I don't know. I guess I'll have, like, y'all should come by tomorrow. If I have a drink, I might be a little late because I don't drink. One drink will literally hang me over, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to give you the rundown. I'm not one to go to dinner with strangers. This feels like a blind date. I don't know. It is weird. This is true. A theologian, if you will. Oh my god, Donna. Well, that's the thing. Like, I never bring my own weird to the table, but if anyone at the table knows anything about me and they feel anxious, they will often figuratively dump my purse out for me. So now suddenly, ooh, let's look at the weird girl. You know what I mean? As in, like, someone else might be anxious and not know what to say because they have a fucking boring existence or something. And they'll be like, Katie has tarantulas, like 100. And I'm like, thanks, ass fucker. Fuck you. And now suddenly I'm weird. Like, does that make sense? Like, I don't throw my weird out there on purpose because oftentimes, like, people make a whole lot of predisposed opinions about you when they find out, you've got an absurd side or a more eccentric side about literally anything. Oh, Misty is local. However, I'm sure you saw that her father passed away recently, and I'm sure she's probably not checked messages. I mean, I've messaged her a few times, like, just, like, not looking for a response, but just, like, support. But I don't know if she. Ugh. Sad times. He's very to touch on what's going on since Kick has been full on attack mode. It's probably him trying to save face. But how would he do that only through a few people? Thank you, Kelty. A corp couldn't reach out to local streamers individually unless there was a PR or business control involved, in my opinion. You probably wouldn't be able to ask anything, get an insight, or affect the business model in a meaningful way. I mean, I'm gonna say duh, but not like duh, you idiot, but like, yeah. If people don't see that, like, they're on something better than weed. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty fucking high, and that's transparent as fuck. Yeah. I want to sleep with your wife for 1 million? Strangers, nah. See you at Twitch, sure. Right, but that's like strangers. I don't know these people. It still feels like strangers to me. My guess is they're pulling a we're all about grassroots PR thing trying to stop people jumping ship. I've never spoke to jumping ship and I've never had intents to. But personally, on a very personal level, I've never had a problem with Twitch. Like, but I keep things pretty above board. I don't like challenge them in any way, shape, or form. I try to be pretty, like, every time. I mean, the 3 times ever I've had a problem, my partner rep has always been like super accommodating and helped me right away. And I've been told by my partner rep that I am unproblematic and easy to manage, which is dope. Like, I'm in that. We were just talking about this the other day, but I feel like our community, we're like at that sweet spot where, like, I'm not new enough or like a baby channel enough to switch sides and, grow essentially at the same rate, but I'm not like existentially fucking billionaire level enough, Shroud, aka whatever, for it to be foobar to move. Like, they're set, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could sell a car and buy a house. So I'm fine. Like, and this is just me, like, not projecting. What's the word? I'm fortune telling. I don't know. Predicting lightly that the way, I want competition to exist for Twitch. That needs to happen. That's the only way you get a good working environment. Everyone knows that. Competition makes companies have competitive pay, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I, I don't know how to say that. Like, I've never had intents ever to leave the platform just simply because, like, why? I don't know. But that's just me. They force you into the conversation always. Always, Knives. Yes. Yep. That's inevitable, though. Like, I've kind of become used to it, but when I get home, I'm pissed. I'm like, don't do that. I had food in my mouth, you asshole. Be interesting without me. If I want to tell people about my hobbies, I will. You know, Anubis, I've heard that some people do, I don't know how they do it, but they make theirs look like old Twitch. I've still had to be explicitly not to repeat certain things because he's unintentionally thrown me under the bus a few times. Oh God, with the family, right? They think it's so cute. And you're like, that's happened to me with so many people before, just like bizarre things. I don't even know. I couldn't even think of an example. Bizarrely strange. Or, they'll pull the Katie used to unplug old people for a living. It's only okay when I say it. Motherfucker. And now I have to explain to people what I did. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't throw it out there, but people love to throw me out there for me. Don't do that to people, by the way. Rude. This competition's good, but the suit in charge give less than a flying rat's ass and would prefer to be the only platform business. Very much so, yes. Because then they can do whatever the fuck they want, right? What? Harvard's new computer science teacher is a chatbot. Students enrolled in the university's flagship CS50 course will have access to an AI teacher from September. What? What? The fuck? So Harvard's charging $80K a year. And some classes are being taught by I don't know what to do with that. I guess it'll be an easy credit, maybe. Sometimes being a wallflower is fine, right? And like, I have a lot of aspects to my life and personality that have nothing to do with the most absurd parts, which definitely were my medical life. And, I not everybody has got a lot of spiders, but some people have a lot of plants, to each their own. I've got a lot of things that, you know, maybe I don't want to be defined by those first. Because you can't help it. You judge. We all judge. And the moment you hear the blue-haired girl at the end of the table with the fucking fuck me dress on used to literally unplug grandmas for a living, before I can retort or say anything to back myself up, you gonna start thinking some shit. And that's inevitable. But like, maybe we could coax into it, you know? Start with that I save lives as well. We could go there first. Just a thought. Guess who's next, motherfucker? Better watch your ass. Or your mouth, I guess. Your ass with teeth. He basically said to my in-laws, I never want to call them mom and dad. Oh. I wouldn't do that either. Mine was always, oh yeah, Katie doesn't want kids. Okay, that's not the first thing you tell your mom when I meet her for the first time, okay? Like, I don't. But, like, let her like me first. Jesus fucking Christ. The response to the guy gal that says you used to unplug people, yeah, and it's not that I don't value you as a person, but I would unplug your life support to charge my phone. That's incredible. CS50 professor David Milan wrote in an email statement, students, wait, is that professor, is this the AI person? Wrote that students can use the AI to answer individual questions, help find bugs in their code, explain error messages. So there's an actual human being heading the class then, yeah? If you want some risk, you could respond with, I still unplug grandma, but it's against Twitch TOS. I'll gauge the conversation, but I might have to put that in my back pocket. That's pretty good. Hurts. I worked with that team. I'm sure you worked with a lot of RTs. Honestly, like, y'all are dope. I'd much rather you show up than me have to do what I do. But, like, the cheery ass smiles are what kill me. You gotta stop with that. We're here for the lungs. Stop it. Put a mask on, for fuck's sake. The blue-haired girl with the fuck me dress is the name of my Chris Rock secretly Satan Screamo EDM band. Honestly, that'd probably work. Does it have a good acronym? That's the secret. TBHGFMD? Wow, that's a lot. GBHDF. That sounds like a disease. We've gotten into disease territory. I still barely call my mom and dad. I call them like mother and father or the parental units or Faja and Maja because, like, you know. You're not changing your last name? Who the fuck? I feel like that's really antiquated. Very few. I don't know a lot of people that honestly do that anymore because most people, especially my age and older, who are getting married, they've already like established their professional life, and changing their last name would be literal hell for them. And their spouse is like, I don't give a fuck what your last name is. I just want that tax break. It is kind of antiquated. Did grandma get run over by a reindeer? Maybe where there's reindeer. I've yet to live where there's reindeer. Robo. Wait, is Robo okay? I see sad face and no, Robo. What happened? Hi, Japita. How you doing, honey bean? Human professor using an AI assistant. Okay, maybe they're just trying to. Oh, that's still creepy. Having a date. Went to the office this morning and had to do 2 inspection drives. Got through the first one and the truck's AC went out. It started overheating. The gas started draining out of it. Oh, fuck. That's happened to me before. My AC went out and my whole car filled up with black smoke. It was so scary. Literally, Cindy. Yeah. It's unnerving. And my AC's on the fritz. Oh, fuck. And it's getting hot. No. Oh, fuck, dude. What kind of AC do you have? Do you have, like, central air? Fuck, I hope that resolves. That sucks. Boo. I'm sorry you're having a shitty day, honeybean. Mommy and daddy, oh my god, I would do that to singly piss them off. The only reason that I would ever do that would be to make them so uncomfortable they got mad at me. TBHG FMD is like that thing from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Yes. Oh my god. Well, yeah. Didn't they just have an insanely long acronym? People get all traditional the minute they stick a wedding suit dress on and do the name change thing. It's interesting. It seems, I don't know. I don't want to speak to it. Not married, no plans to, but you know. There's a lot of like really weird verbiage behind it in terms of like me being owned by a penis, and that makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to be owned by shit. I was just gonna say, Robo, like, ooh, he just came by and worked on it. Wish you luck, dude. Dick's Cross. Central Air sucks. I mean, it's expensive to figure out what's wrong with it. I hope it's easy. I hope it's an easy fix. Hopefully moving somewhere with functioning AC. Is it going to be 100 plus? Damn, dude. Still just north of Austin. Good. Has central air. I mean, everywhere there probably has AC, right? Like, that's kind of... Because it's not that it's just now getting hot. Like, it's always been hot. It's just now cooking. It's 100 plus now? Damn. No shit, Fiata. My mom did the same, but they had all the traditional nonsense. Like, they got, my mom and my bio dad got married at a courthouse. But she still took his last name and shit. And then went back, which is so much work. I'm still getting people to just pronounce mine right, for fuck's sake. AC's for rich assholes, too rich for my blood. Dude. I don't know. If my house wasn't borderline black, it might have been like handleable without AC, but god damn does this house get hot. 105. Jesus, Panda, be safe. Seriously, heat kills. We all know that now. Be safe. Once my gram learned that I was not making fun of my mom for being deaf, oh my god. I mean, that'd be so sad though. Can you imagine making fun of someone for that? Robo, absolutely. Cheers, honey. Ooh, I might pack a bowl for you. This is kind of sad. Hold on. I'll top it off. AC's required in Austin. You will die without it. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I haven't lived here long enough to state that super confidently, but there have been days where there was no relief. Shade, sun, didn't matter where the fuck. I literally drove to a Safeway just to walk around the store and cool myself down before we had AC. There are some days out here that get fuck hot. Oh my god, Memnot, absolutely. Did you keep petting it? There's an achievement you must get. Oh, and you can't not enact the good boy protocol when you pass, right? Keep petting. Keep petting. Yeah. Oh yeah. I found him, unfortunately, when I was offline playing on my own, which sucks because it was such a cute moment, but I found him and literally was like, I was like running to whatever vendors down there and was like, is that a motherfucking puppy dog right there? Shit my pants, went over to it, noticed I could pet it. And then I did it like I don't know. I just kept petting it by myself because I was so excited and I love dogs. And yeah. And now I have to pet him every single time. Because if you don't, he goes in like a robot voice. It breaks your heart. Dude, I know. What was cool is what's the vendor down there? Is that I don't know what vendor's down there, but if you're doing that kind of shit regularly, you're gonna pass him regularly and you get to see him all the time. She disowned me on Christmas Day when I was 12 over what my bitch cousin told her. I'm so glad. There's a part of me that's so grateful that I was kind of born late in terms of like my mom just had a shit ton of fertility issues. So she was trying to have kids for ages, but wasn't able to start having kids until she was like 34. So my grandparents were already like too old to be cunts, if that makes sense. Like they were so old that I got them for a very short amount of time, which was sad. But they were so old, they were at that point that no matter what I did, I was a perfect angel. Like, I literally could get expelled, and my Nana would protect me from my mean parents. Like, it was great. There's a benefit to having the ancient grandparents. They're just too old to give a fuck to be mean. It's way easier to assume your innocence. The temperature's now 78 down from 80 inside. Oh my god, it's happening. Are you gonna go stand in front of it naked? Yeah. Oh, dude, isn't it amazing how everything in your life becomes exponentially more of a big deal when you are hot? Like, uncomfortably hot. Fuck yeah. Fire Moon, I honestly do not understand a game studio that inserts an adorable kitty or a puppo and does not allow us to pet it in this day and age. Like, what did you just, like, watch a Twitch channel on mute and see a dog or a cat and you're like, oh, that must be what they like these days, stick a dog in it? If I can't pet it, I will find a way to. It's just mean for both parties. Oh, yep, it's Ada 1, Shadow 1, or whatever. Yeah, Ada. Is it the weapons and the drifter? Yeah. I didn't make dinner. Sorry if I missed a song. We played all of them. They were wonderful. I played a lot of your music. It was glorious. I've just let it been going now because my brain is dying. It's totally okay. Eat in peace. Koto, it's pretty fun. I mean, if you like that kind of game, I enjoy Destiny. It's kind of like mindless, which I enjoy. You know, very little customization in terms of like weapons and stuff like that. A little bit. It gives you enough to give you a kick, but nothing you have to do. And it's kind of like I can just like queue in matches eternally and be stoned out of my mind and not really think. I really like that. Like I need that in some games. I like thinkers once in a while, but not all the time. I want to be able to relax. And it's kind of it's a good game for me to just like zone out and but it takes enough of my attention that I don't like sit in a cyclone of icky thoughts in my head, you know? Your mom's right there in the nearby room. I told her it was okay because mom wouldn't hear me because of her hearing probs. Mom was not 100% deaf. I mean, you're just stating the obvious, though. Oh well. They seem not worth your time to even type out their story, to be honest. No offense to your grandma or the perpetrator, but they seem just like an asshole. That's Robo. It literally when I got this mini split installed last year, when we got the mini splits installed in the house, when this one got installed and turned on, I remember when it turned on, the fan started going in it. And it's like a long rectangular unit, and there's one big kind of undulating fan like this. And it felt like waves of cool, somehow slightly like better air was literally just like I could picture it like mist almost, like rolling across the ground. It wasn't, but that's how it felt. And I just sat in front of it for hours, just like, oh my God. And, you know, of course, repeated the line from Dogma over and over and over and over again, even though it's not central air. Oh my God, Koto, that's Lilith does that to me. I don't know. Nothing phases her. It can be 100 degrees, and she's trying to lay next to me and like snuggle with me, and I'm like drenched in sweat, and I have to be like, it feels mean, but I have to be like, you gotta get on the like, get on the floor. I don't want anybody touching me. It is hot. I hate that feeling. It's Ada One, but we don't call her Shadow One because she sells shaders. Shadow One. That's what I've heard. Okay, I couldn't remember how I'd heard it, but Shadow One's what I've heard. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, can you pet the dog? Absolutely. I'm a huge proponent of that. We should always be able to pet the dog. Koto, you might find yourself quite enjoying the game. Like it's got a lot of customization, like just how you look kind of stuff that I mean, it's got a shit ton of microtransactions, but you don't have to do shit. Most of the cool armor you get just by doing missions or by doing quests and bounties and stuff like that throughout the galaxy. And there's so much. Like sometimes when I'm like, I don't really feel like playing Destiny, but I kind of want to play Destiny, I just log in and see what I'd look like in every single fucking shader I have, i.e. colors for my armor, and make myself look badass, and then I log out and I go to sleep. But there's so much, and I've never bought a cosmetic item. And I almost have so many to go through, it's a little daunting. You know what I mean? Smelled and tastes better, 100%, because it's cool. It's not like fucking hot and nasty. There is no greater sin than that of central air. But I'm a fucking demon. I love that movie so much. Oh my God, Donna. You sang that song as a kid, didn't you? Dude, fuck yeah. I mean, what's better than finding a game like that that you can play with someone like your nephew or someone you care about? Where I think about that now. Like, I know a lot of people my age who have kids and they like play video games with their kids. Even if they're not legitimately into that game, like say, you know, they're not into racers, but their kid's really into some racing game, they sit down and take the time to play it with their kid because it's when they can have real conversations with their kids. Like, parents have conversations with their kids and like hug them. Crazy how the world changes, isn't it? Wild. I don't know. I probably would have like called the cops if one of my parents acted interested in something I was interested in because I would have thought they were changelings or something. Or like someone there to murder me or they'd lost their goddamn minds. It's a farce. What are you on? That's it, Elwood. No pleasure, no rapture, no exquisite sin greater. Then mini splits. Central Air. Mm-hmm. Sad that you can't get that movie anywhere other than the illegal places. Mario Kart Rainbow Road. Perfect time to give a talk. So, when a mommy and a daddy fuck. When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, sometimes mommies will let daddies fuck them in the ass. Fuck you. Kill yourself. Anyone else have parents who drank a lot? That'd be dank. I was sat in front of the Miracle of Life with the hairy pussy when I was like 5. I think I would have preferred the Rainbow Road version. Dude, they make no sense, but they don't have to make sense. They make sense to him, right? Not the banana! Oh my god. What's your least favorite thing that dropped in Mario Kart? It might be bananas. They were so benign, but just that stupid spin out and slowdown was enough to fuck you forever. Shells didn't even do that. Shells, like, you got going faster than you did if you hit a fucking banana. Honestly, my dignity. I knew my graphics weren't just fucked up. It's in my game, isn't it? Your dignity's literally sucked into the game. I'm off my game? Oh my god, what? Robo, you might just be feeling shitty. Drink some water. Seriously, drink water and stand in front of your AC for a bit. Koto, I feel that way when I see what some people are streaming and playing. I'm like, how'd you find that? What's that? Those are fun. It's amazing how many things are out there. Well, Mishy, we didn't get the talk. We just got the movie. Like, it wasn't like, let's watch this together or ask questions afterwards. It was like, sit in this room alone. Here's the Miracle of Life. We'll be back in an hour. Almost like torture, like sleep deprivation. I don't think I ever asked any questions. Like, I was just given that shit. Missy, tell Missy I say hi and send love for me. Nothing like getting a call and having to explain the call registry to a client and campaigns for SMS in general placed by the FCC and carriers. I get that. I'm spicy. Praxi, absolutely. Exclamation Discord in the chat. Pulls up a nice little link you can join. The Discord is huge. I treat it like a Reddit. I just like, when I'm bored, check the ones I like and look and giggle to myself and then leave. There's nothing. There's no like fucking, not requirement. That's not the word I'm looking for. Enjoy yourself. Hey, redacted. Enjoy yourself, bitch. Oh, dude, Solace. Is it one of those box fans? Those are the shit. People are already falling out of Diablo 4. You know what I've noticed, Koto? I don't think people are falling out. I don't know if people are falling out of it. I haven't heard anyone being like, they don't like it anymore. What I find is people, like David said the other day, I think, said, once you hit 80, the game's kind of meh. And so many people were so excited when it first came out that they hit level 80 in like a week, and now they have nothing to do. So, like, no one's playing. But I don't know. I just haven't played because I've been in Destiny because it was Iron Banner week. I did have time. I believe it, Knives. I mean, who the fuck uses it at all other than, the obvious? She got banned from the Discord? I don't have any answers. If Redacted wants to send me a private message, I can, like, with their username, I can try to figure out why or what the fuck happened. ghost banning and shit like that does happen. It's happened like once or twice. It's very infrequent, but it is real. I cannot consciously think of a recent time in space or time, repetitive, Katie is repetitive, that we had to ban someone for any significant reason. So I fucking can't, but I don't know. They done fucked up. I got nothing, but I can look. I don't know, but only if they like want to redact it. Oh, Praxi. I remember things like that happening, and I think the only way to get it to stop was like to ban the account, just so it would stop posting until the person could figure out what the fuck was going on. Like seriously, this many times have we had to ban like a person that was actually just a person who started acting inappropriate or doing things that wasn't like a bot or an accident. That's why it's so far and few. You know, usually the mods get shit fucks in chat here before they even know what Discord is. So it's so rare. That's why my brain literally died trying to think of it. But I do remember things like that happening. And it was like until the person whose account it was could figure out what the fuck was going on and get back into their account, we just had to ban them to stop the posts. You know what I mean? No, it's totally cool. Praxi, if this helps Redacted feel any better, and this is me being very honest, if I found myself banned in a Discord, I would never, ever, 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 ever try to speak to anyone from that community or that streamer or anyone ever again. I would feel so full of shame and grotesque feelings. I would be like, oh my God, what have I done? It's all me. I have to die now. And I would curl into a hole, go work in respiratory, and never come back on the internet. Insecurities suck, and I totally get it. I ain't got no fucking hard feelings towards nobody currently at all. So you probably good, and I love you. But I get it. Brains are stupid. There's a lot involved in a person in a lot of the bullshit that involves you getting a text message for any reason. I thought about that a lot when, like, you know, that happens when I didn't know that there were different types of messaging. I thought there was like sending someone a message on the internet, like on a website, like Twitter or something like that. And then there was texting. And then there was like my family became, like my sister and my parents became Apple people, and I wasn't an Apple person. And suddenly they would send me messages that if I sent them text messages, it was weird and different. And if they sent them to me, it was weird and different because they had like Apple messaging. And it was weird and different. I can't even explain what was happening, but it was so bizarre. Like our texts, my mom, I would sit next to my mom and show her, like I would send her a text and it wouldn't show up on her phone for like 15 minutes. And it was because it was between two different whatever. I had to go spend someone and then approve them back after they fixed their account. I understand what you mean now. Yes, that's the kind of weird shit that happens. We've had literally people, this is the best example. Because you guys know this person and you know that him and I have always had a very good relationship, professional and otherwise. Domestic motherfucking Dan was shadow banned in my channel. For the better part of 2 years, he couldn't raid me or host me. He could not sub to me. He could not do anything in our channel. And no one, he had no ban on, like, we can look into the records of everything that's ever happened in our channels and stuff like that with the bots. Never banned, nothing, nada. He literally was a VIP. And what I had to do is literally ban him and unban him. Fixed. That was it. But we did so much work. It took all of our community. Like, we were doing it on stream because Dan came in one day, tried to raid, and he was like, you know what? This is bullshit. Why the fuck is this happening between our channels? Because I could raid him, and it was fine. It was so broken. So if that's not proof enough that we have no control and sometimes Twitch be twitchy, I don't fucking know what it does. Because I love Dan. Why? No answers. But there are drugs. Kelsey, thank you for gifting us up to Praxi, you generous hoe. It's convoluted. And that's why we have professionals in areas like that. So Katie doesn't have to think about it because that's too much. That's a lot. When you hit, so this is what Pucky said about Diablo. So when you hit max level in Diablo, all you have left are world events or the dungeon seasons like Diablo 3 had. Yeah, so you don't really have much to do anymore, right? But honestly, I don't know. I haven't reached that yet. I'm a very anxious person. That's why, honestly, like, just on a personal note, I tend to get some level, whether it's like this much or not, of like, I don't know if it's called relief, but when I hear people tell their stories, like on YouTube and stuff like that, and people who like for years I have looked up to as these really confident people who are strong and unwavering, when they tell a story of how they broke down, it makes me feel like it doesn't make them look weak to me. It makes me feel strong in a very like weird, twisted way. It makes me feel like, oh, you can be both. You can be a strong motherfucker and fucking break down and have anxiety over stuff. Like, I 100% get that. It's terrible. Like, if I get an inkling that someone is mad at me or I have done something to wrong them, I can't. That situation, until I have figured out what the fuck, it will encompass every ounce of my being until I figure it out. Because I just don't want to make people feel bad. At the end of the day, I just don't want to make anyone feel bad. Maybe Trump, but like, barring that shit, it's weird. I've heard about that before, Egg. This, like, what is it called? It just jumped up. It's, like, rejection sensitive dysphoria. Yeah, I've read about stuff like that before where I don't know what it stems from exactly, but it's a weird, like, drive to not necessarily make everyone love you. You'll either be invisible or just, like, a non-factor. I just don't want to be a burden on anyone. Ever. That's, like, my first priority when I wake up in the morning. How can I make everyone else's life easier? Dude, knives. I would share. It's so cheap, I'd buy you your own, to be honest. Yeah, it's starting mid-July, and I feel like that's all games like that do seasonal stuff like that. Like, it always kind of blows up at the beginning, and then once people level out, like, what more is there to do? Psycho, you keep talking like that, and I'm fucking not gonna play, bitch. I'm slow. I'm enjoying it. I'm savoring it. Also, Destiny. Everybody has shit days, 100%. And, like, while I would love to never have a shit day again, they do make me appreciate the not necessarily great days, but they make me appreciate just the boring days. Like, I'm thankful for quiet sometimes. Like, when nothing happens, like, nothing of note happens, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. It's weird. Same, Kona. The idea of someone going to sleep being upset with me is just haunting. I cannot fucking handle it. No shit, Psycho. Oh, physical? Send me a message? Yes. Thank you. Absolutely. Give redacted love for me. I'm all about that shit. Nope, I totally understand. I also have my Twitter DMs open, which is oftentimes risky and chaotic. But I've found that frightening people about a mysterious spot on their dick is way more fun than just ignoring it these days. So it's been worth it. But yeah, I have those open just in case, because Discord is fucky for me as well. It's always, I don't know why. Discord challenges me on a daily fucking basis, emotionally and otherwise. 100%. Oh my god, Knives, I would be honored to be your Sherpa of pot. Well, not Sherpa, but you know what I mean. Not get you fucked up on the legal stuff and, like, want to die. That's the not fuck. That's a good bad. That's the bad fucked up. Sorry, brain. You know what I mean. Rejection sensitive dysphoria is when you experience severe emotional pain because of failure or feeling rejected. This condition is linked to ADHD, and experts suspect it happens due to differences in brain structure. Those differences mean your brain can't regulate rejection related emotions and behavior, making them much more intense. Interesting. I wonder what that fucking comes from, though. Dude, Koto, I wish. I feel like my parents just are too much older than me for that to happen. Absolutely loud. I've had shit years before, but I mean, as long as you survive. You ain't suffering depression, bitch. Depression suffers you. I just want to explain. I was just explaining why it isn't going to be a problem for you. I'm not mad at all. Oh, bless. But true. I tend, well, nah. I have so many hobbies. I never really fly through anything because I get bored and then I do just something else. Love back. The more I read about ADHD makes me want to go and get a formal diagnosis because I fit a lot of that. I mean, Kona, I've heard various like diagnoses stories from people. I didn't even have the language for ADHD when I first went to I went to a school therapist, and within like 5 minutes she was laughing at me and she was like, "We need to get you to a professional." Ha 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 ha, and made me an appointment with a psychiatrist, not a school one, like an off-campus personal. I had to put in my insurance and shit. And for me personally, I never was given a test or anything. He just kind of chit-chatted with me for 15 minutes and was like, "I think I want to try you on some meds cuz of this." But some people like go years of struggling with the doctor to try to get a diagnosis. I don't know. Maybe I just shine beacon of ADHD. I don't fucking know. I can't see myself that way. But I just went to him because I, couldn't take tests and did that a lot. Always do your research. Oh my god, psychiatrists though, right? Wondrous people most of the time, but what fucking nuts they can be. Why did she laugh? Because I laugh. It's a defense mechanism I do when I don't even know when it happens. I couldn't even define it because it's not really, I couldn't like explain, but like in situations of tenseness, I will become the comedian in the room, intentionally or otherwise. So like if someone's, looking at me like this, okay, and how does that make you feel? Like, I will become a joke about myself because I know it's a joke, and then they start to laugh, and then they're like, "Okay, but for real, you should go see someone who can give you drugs because you scare me. Please leave the office. I'm calling the cops." And I'm like, "Okay, bye. Give me my clown shoes back." And then I leave. Um, but the psychiatrist, I mean, like, example, real quick. Everybody thinks they're the worst, right? Like, no matter what appointment you're going to, you're like, "I have the worst teeth, I have the worst vagina, worst penis, worst butthole, like, I smell like ass, the doctor hates me, whatever." So, of course, I'm like, I'm the worst patient. Like, my doctor probably looks at me like I'm crazy because I vibrate like a fucking dildo. And, one time I went in for an appointment, and he had, like, 2 doors, like, an enter door and an exit door, so then patients didn't have to run into each other. It's something a lot of psychiatrists and psychologists do. And for some reason, this patient ahead of me decided she wanted to exit the enter door, but instead of exiting, opened the door and laid down in the fetal position in the door jamb and just started crying. I don't even remember what about. And he straight up like stepped over her and like came and got my hand and we stepped into his office. And then he like closed the door and was like, "Uh." And when he closed the door, he goes, "That happens a lot. Welcome to Tuesdays." So like, you're never the worst. Which is a comforting thought on one level. She wouldn't never, like, allegedly, this patient wouldn't leave ever. She would start to nest in his office. And when he was like, "All right, Diane," or whatever her name was, "it's time, our time is up," she would then temper tantrum. No, on the floor, like a grown woman. It was wild. Wild. I met her, by the way. He didn't tell me any of that information. We ended up sitting, because she insisted on exiting the enter door. We ended up sitting in the waiting room multiple times, and she would just hang out with me and tell me about how this was her new home. You're never the worst. Not that you can compare, let's be honest. You can't compare. But like, I guess maybe it's a case of like we're really used to our own fuckery. So when you look at someone else's, you're like, oh, damn, that's got to be worse. When maybe it's not. But like, it's like those jeans you got that didn't quite fit right, but now they're all worn in and nice and you don't fucking wash those. It's like that. Like, she may be dirty, but she fits nice. That wouldn't fit nice. I wouldn't know what to do with that. I'm a very friendly, open person. I don't know. I think I've had many people in like waiting rooms and such just tell me their life story out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy shit! Did you just what? I don't know. Maybe it's bedside manner from working in the hospital. But people are interesting, and I enjoy talking to them. My feet aren't big. You don't know that, Knives. Shut up. I might have clown shoes. They're small. Bubblicious, I laughed at something I thought was funny, and my therapist was like, that actually made me sad. And I was like, oh, well, now I feel sad about it. What was their response to that one? I must know, because what do you do? Ooh, 5-minute warning for 420. I'm good. Load. An enter and exit door would be pointless if they have a lobby waiting room. Well, I never saw anyone else in the waiting room. Maybe because, well, they only have one patient at a time. So unless, patient number 3 insisted on being like an hour early every day. You know what I'm saying? He had an office in this really old, like, building downtown in my college town. It's like an old historical building that you could rent office space in the top of it. It was really hot, no central air at all. It was crazy. But beautiful views, holy shit. But it was one of those. But he only ever had one patient at a time, so like there was only ever one lined up. So unless patient number 3 was just like one of those, which I assume because he's a psychiatrist, he knows that, so he'd probably make that person the first person in the day. Then they could just sit outside for 3 hours early or whatever. Koto, I totally would, but I have to go a little bit early today, so I have to go in like 10 minutes because Zach and myself, and allegedly, I don't know who, but some local streamers have been invited to go to dinner with the CEO of Twitch this evening. So I have to go get my dogs out and walked and like put myself in a dress and shave my legs and stuff. I know. Really weird. So off the wall. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I don't know. Very strange. I'm nervous. But why? You look ridiculous. Go back to sleep. Exit sign's like a fire code thing, right? I think so. Honestly, I don't know how many you need, does every single room on the floor of a building need? I don't know. I don't know how far that one goes. Oh, I know. I know. I don't know why, but it's weird. I don't know. It's going to be weird. I don't know why. Are you done? Did you hear that? I'm done, I guess. Yawn. They're such fucking assholes. Oh, 2 minutes. 2 minutes till 420. It's almost there. Why? She's still huffing. Look at her. She wakes up to do this. She's such a fucking moron. I love her so much, but she's half asleep. Good girl. Good girl. She's such a fucking dork. Cheers. Koto, no shit. Her coloring is a cafe au lait. I guess. My bowl done got stuck. I will X. Oh, got it. I mean, Donna, if I had a relationship status that was, different than the nuclear couple, for lack of a better term, and I wasn't going to my therapist for anything that had to do with my relationship and or sexual health, and they asked about that and or judged it, I'd tell them to fuck right the fuck off. That ain't what I'm here for. None of your business. But that's just me. She barked herself awake again. It's always 420 somewhere. And like I think Viata pointed this out one day, but we're obviously not doing very well if we're hitting every 420 on the dot. You know what I mean? Like our weed ain't that great. Which is why we also have a 426 emote. Last time I went to dinner with someone important, I don't know. I'm pretty good at putting on the, hey, customer service, Katie. It's like baby talk for old people, Oh my God, hi. It is so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm really excited. I've never eaten here before. What are you doing in town? Oh my God, that's so interesting. Good thing you got nice weather. Oh, it was crazy. Did you hear about that hail? Wow. Out of this world. you know? I know that smile is literally like if my mom's taking a picture of the family and I don't do that smile, she goes, "Give me your real smile." Okay. Sure. So all of my pictures, like all of my childhood pictures, I literally look like a demonic fucking weirdo. I look like a demon in all of them. Because all the other kids got to do the real smile. Either judge for their lifestyles or blames their issues on their lifestyles. That's so fucked up. Like like your sexual health is a whole big picture, but if you are happy with your sexual relationship and health and whatever, and I don't know, man. I've never had a therapist. Well, not that I can remember. I've never had a therapist that insists on digging into something when it's clearly not associated. That seems weird. Nick, why would you ask that? Why did you know? Why would you ask that? Is anyone missing? Is there like more information on the case that I don't know about? What case? I need the skill. Wait, nah, I'm good. I'll nap. Skills are overrated. See, you know what's crazy, B-Tree? No shit. My therapist has said that my ability to fake it is quite autistic. But right, it's a spectrum. So who the fuck knows? I've never had an autistic diagnosis, but we've talked about that here. Like autism and ADHD have some mirroring aspects to them, and I've been told that my therapist has told me I've freaked her out when I've had a really bad day, not been into going to therapy. I accidentally, I don't know another word for it, mask for therapy. No, I'm doing really good. This week has been really good. No, it's awesome. I've been really relaxing. First red flag. That's a lie. That's never happened in my whole life. I've been, painting. I finished a project. Second lie. She knows these things. I don't finish shit. I've felt really good. Like allergies have been down. No such thing. Sinuses are fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? And she'll just be like, it really frightens me how easily you slide into that shit. And it's totally, I mean, it's honestly like throughout childhood, I was taught via the grown-ups around me that if anything's wrong with you, if you're not dying, shut the fuck up. So I would just like, be in existential pain emotionally or otherwise, but I'd look at an adult who wasn't and just like, basically like on computer, like download the information and be like, I'm doing great. I'm not cold. You just die inside slowly. But I've just collected people. And depending on the situation I'm in, I be that people to survive it if I'm uncomfortable. Which is weird. Hi, Tara, my love. How are you? Well, Knives, that's the thing. Masking, you can't really mask in front of people who actually know you. But if you've never not masked in front of someone, they don't know shit. It's kind of fun. But I've never thought to myself okay, I am consciously going to act like this. It's totally accidental and I don't realize it till it's over with. And sometimes I'll genuinely feel bad and immediately if it's people not a business thing, but people I actually am friends with or have never met before, I'll genuinely set up another hangout as soon as possible because I'm like, I feel like I did you wrong because I gave you my second grade teacher and I didn't mean to. Miss Dunton was sweet, but I was so disingenuous because I was anxious. But I don't see it till afterwards. I don't realize it till I think back on it and I'm like, that was fucked up, Katie. Who were you, though? Who broke that bitch? You know what I'm saying? It fucking sucks. But at least I can realize it and say I'm sorry about it. Was it scary? I'm sorry. I didn't mean I wasn't trying to I'm sorry. Oh my god, hurts. I can't even fathom. I cannot fathom that. The environment of it alone. You can mail, I mean, the number one drug dealer in the United States of America is the United States Postal Service. But as far as I'm aware, it's not illegal to mail paraphernalia. But the moment it's got THC in it, the sender can get busted. But I've straight up told my mom, that candy in the spare bedroom I left behind, can you mail that to me? And she's like, yo, what is it? I'm like, it's just some sour candy because she doesn't like sour candy. And she mails it to me and it's fucking potent weed candy that I bought in Seattle and forgot about. And I don't know. You do you, boo-boo. You do you. I was under the impression as long as you aren't sending THC, yep, that's me too. Because when I subscribed, I still to this day have so much CBD weed. I literally, when you subscribe to Hemper to get any of the Hemper boxes, each box you get, you're gonna get 2 to 3 blunts of just CBD bud, and it is strong bud, but it's just CBD. There's no THC in it because that's legal in the U.S. as far as I'm aware. As far as I know, you cannot mail order THC products because it's not actually legal, right? The mail system is federal and it's not federally legal. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm alive. Same. Can't complain, right? He won't tell what your tell is. What a... Donna. Bitch. Time to twist some nipples. I don't vape. I know nothing about them. They look really complicated. The attitude was, don't like it. Unless someone's actually in physical and immediate danger, shut the fuck up. It sounds like when I worked at Lowe's. It was such a boys' club. It was fucking nauseating. It was gross. And they had a female HR who protected them, which was even more gross. Pretty sure the Postal Service is under federal regulations. Yeah, that's it. Yep. I think so too. I think you're right. We can always, we can always complain. Yeah. You're right. It's probably healthy. I keep seeing places selling weed seeds, and they're so, Kino, I don't know about every state because unfortunately in the US, every state is fucking unique in their regulations. But in Colorado, at least, and in Washington, and in Maryland, the 3 states I've lived in, I looked it up just to make sure because I've literally ordered weed seeds online and had them shipped to my house. And it was totally above board. It wasn't sketchy at all. But from what I can tell, the in general regulation is that weed becomes illegal once it is smokable. So, for instance, there was a news story that came out of, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, about a woman, a retired lady in the community of Denver, who accidentally nurtured the world's most beautiful fucking pot plant to be like 9 feet tall. Because somehow a seed got spread into her garden, and the weed leaves, they do kind of look like baby tomato leaves. She just thought it was one of her tomato plants. Had no idea. Just watered it, and it was outside. That's where the illegal came in. But the cops didn't make a move until the buds were like big old juicy fucking buds that were ready to get hung and smoked. That's when it becomes illegal. But like accidentally growing a pot plant isn't illegal. So I'm assuming seeds get the same workaround regulation like that. I'm assuming. Because here we can grow pot. You guys know I'm growing 8 plants. Yeah, I'm growing 8 plants in my window. But there's specific laws in that you can only have 4 per adult person in the house of smokable age, and they must be grown inside. And I'm assuming that's so like kids don't pick your weed and eat it or whatever. I don't fuck. Or it like cross pollinates or whatever. That's as far as I know. I think the shit on it. But the U.S. Postal Service is the #1 drug dealer in the United States of America. Like they perpetuate drug businesses. It's crazy. On accident, I think. It's just a statistic. I think it's totally okay because I've ordered them multiple times. For a safety critical workplace to treat employees like that is just asking for trouble. No shit. 2 years after I quit Lowe's, I didn't even know a city could do this, Yeet. I don't know if this is like across the US or whatever, but the city, so whoever fucking people represent the city of my college town, stepped into the Lowe's I worked at and told the store manager he was fired because he was such a bad addition to our community. Wild. It was, I mean, I wasn't working there. I was in, I don't even know. Oh, I was already working in hospital. Yeah, I was working in the hospitals. But one of my friends who still worked there texted me like a diatribe of the entire story going down. I didn't know a city could do this, but he was he had the worst business practices. He catered to the worst customers, didn't give a fuck about good customers. Like I've told you guys stories. He was a fucking nightmare. But a city board, if you're like the manager of a big enough business, like a standing business, like I guess Lowe's is, whatever, they can step in and tell you to go fuck yourself. And they straight up did. He went from a 6-figure salary to unhireable real goddamn fast. And it's because he harbored sex offenders. Sex offenders, what do you say? Like, not convicted sex offenders, but just like older creepy dudes who love to hit on very young cashiers and be really fucking creepy and have relationships and pregnancies across the store. Holy shit, it's like a sitcom in there, let me tell you. He harbored them and protected them, and he protected terrible customers and all this. He was just terrible across the board, but I didn't know a city could do that. Crazy. I mean, honestly, it's probably a good thing, Donna. Vapes are pretty simple. You basically have a battery that heats up the element of the cartridge. It's the little, like, cartridge in the dripping. It looks like it's potentially so sticky and messy. And, like, how often do you do that? That's crazy. They could probably just say replace them or we'll shut you down. That's exactly what they did. Like, they basically said, like, Lowe's won't be allowed to be in our city if you don't replace this man. It was so weird because I didn't get to, like, it was just weird being on the outside of it. I didn't get to see exactly something must have gone down to trigger it. But he was terrible from them. I worked in that cash office for 6 years. Not once did I see that store make a revenue. Because he just gave deals to every motherfucking cocksucker in the world. Like, stupid corrupt, exactly. Like, stupid corrupt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He thought he was like a dude from Mad Men's or something like that. Koto, I mean, I think a certain amount, like, I don't know. It's got to be so much bigger than even my personal scope of it. But what I think happened was enough. Like, if a business in your town isn't upstanding, like the business owner's a piece of shit and leaves, garbage on the streets or whatever, you can write a complaint to the city and be like, this business is a stain on our city. And if enough people do that, they'll probably look into why. And I assume enough people must have been like, hey, this guy's a piece of shit. I don't know. I have no idea. I was in school, man. I didn't have time to write that shit to the city. He was a piece of shit. My brother was married the other day, so of course my extended family and now what? Oh, God, that's too much. His family was there. I was so anxious the entire time. Feel super bad about it, but I had to leave before they left because I was so overwhelmed. You know what? The people that care about you will understand, in my experience. Because I've had that exact thing. And I find that if I'm just like, I either Irish goodbye and they just assume I've been there, but they haven't seen me the rest of the night, or I tell them, like, I'm fucking emotionally exhausted, I'm going home. You know, if someone wants to hold it against me, that's not on you, boo. You take care of you. You've only got one head and you're the one who has to live in it the rest of your life, not them. I get that. People, honestly, like when I used to, before COVID, when I used to go to every single con, some people would be like, I went to the con between like noon and 2 and I didn't see this person, and ClassyKatie, and I was so sad. And at first I felt like really bad. I literally, I would take that on like, oh my God, it was my responsibility to seek out that one person individually to make sure their whole circle of this day was perfected by those 2 hours, whatever. But for me personally, I'll go into the con at the beginning of the day, but 2 to 3 hours in, of just being nonstop talking, surrounded by voices and screaming and sounds. If you've ever been to a convention, you know what I mean. I get so emotionally exhausted that I've come to the point where I take a break every day. I go back to my room for like 1 to 2 hours, sit in my wonderfully made bed, because that's what hotels are for, and I lay there with the TV on or in silence and surf my phone in silence. And then I go back out. But I learned to communicate that with everybody before I go to a con so people don't depend on maybe getting a hug between 1 and 2, because Katie's probably crying in a shower or getting fucked in an alley by someone she found that smelled nice. I don't know. Like, I have as much of an extrovert as I am, my emotional battery gets sapped fucking fast. But I've learned that I can recharge it if I'm just allowed to. If I'm not made to feel like a piece of shit because I need to take a minute to myself in the middle of the day, without making up an excuse. Like, I don't wanna have to tell everyone I have a migraine just to go recharge my battery. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just tired. It's no one in particular. It's everybody. It's all of you. Literally everyone all the time. So, in my experience, every vape battery usually has a cartridge and that, like, matches its threading and the way it fits, and they've all made their, like, I don't have it. Do I have one near me? I don't have any near me. I have a couple different ones. But for instance, like a PAX pod cartridge will not fit on anything but a PAX. Ever. It's a different shape. They make it weird. They make it, and they kind of suck. I wouldn't go for PAX. They're not my favorite. But they do that. Aero Pro's another one. Aero Pro's really good though. If you see Aero Pro vapes and cartridges, those are one of my favorites. They have a million different, like, I really like that they have cartridges that taste like weed and cartridges that straight up don't. So if you're in public and you're not necessarily wanting the world to know, because we do like the smell and taste of like good, juicy, fresh weed, but sometimes I'm like, hanging out with my nieces and nephews and I want it to smell like bubblegum instead. They have across the board all these options and they tend to last the longest in my opinion. They don't get so hot that you're just like ripping fucking dumbass hits off of it and stoning yourself every mind your cartridge has gone in a day. But even those, they're very specific. They're like a magnet cartridge that sits in a very special chassis kind of seating. They've all done that on purpose because they don't want you to cross-pollinate. They want you to buy their vape or their battery. So what I did is I just bought one of each battery and then I get whatever vape is on sale. Winning! Because the batteries aren't very expensive, usually. Kel, be safe. I actually have to go as well. Thank you for reminding me. I got a fancy dinner to go to or whatever. Weird. Thank you for reminding me. I knew I had to go a little bit early today to go get the dogs out and stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you. We have a Discord for anybody curious, and we do have a Discord channel called Hypothetical Shenanigans, which is where we talk about pot stuff. And we named it that so that you can look at it at work without like your neighbors looking over and being like, why are you looking at a channel called I fuck weed all day, bitch? So, but we also have a lot of people who like work in the industry at various levels, i.e. grow houses to being bud tenders to being front end people, back end people who all thrive on helping the uninformed. If you ever have questions about weed, vaping, or otherwise, I would hit up that Discord chat because it's a wealth. I mean, almost everything I regurgitate on stream, I'm just taking from people who are way wiser than me and who have taught me good things about the industry and weed and whatnot. It's awesome. Brains. But yeah, I have to take my dogs for a walk and go to the post office before all this dinner shenanigans, shaving my legs. Thank you. I will make sure to check in on Twitter so everyone knows I did not hide in a bathroom and die. I don't want it to be flavored, but there are some environments I've found that aren't exactly weed friendly. And I don't want it to I just don't want the smoke to smell like weed. You know, like straight up bud. So as long as I don't want it to taste like bubblegum either. But if it smells like bubblegum, it's better than, you know. Why doesn't Katie smell like skunk all the time? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, because I know you all had a drunkle. I have a drunkle. You have a drunkle. We know what they smell like. I don't want to be the drunkle. I don't want to be drunkle. So I try to keep it clean. Try to keep it on the straight and narrow. They can experience drugs on their own fucking timeline. Koto, absolutely. I'm high all the time. I'm better functioning this way. I mean, I don't get blazed out of my mind, but like, there's a fuzz on my face. I will usually roll a few spliffs because it softens my edges a little bit. I never try to get like, unless it's Friday. What the fuck is that even? You know what I mean? I try not to get uncontrollably high. I want to be able to function. If there's an emergency, I need to be able to get there. Like, unless it's Faded Friday, I don't aim for that ever. And it doesn't help when what I've noticed, like I've done that before, if I'm going into a situation that I predict might be mildly emotionally unpleasant or anxiety inducing, I have in the past gotten super high before, and it just makes it all worse. Like, so much worse. To the point where I'm like, I feel fine. What? You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. It just makes it worse for me. So, like, the more bad my anxiety is, like, I ain't gonna smoke on top of that. No, I'm good. The Dronty. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. Thank you. Yes. Let me see. Let me see who else is the fuck online. Koto. I will. I was just telling this to LZT the other day, actually. Like, LZT was saying he really wanted to play a co-op game with me. I haven't. I'm always on the lookout for good co-op games. Always. Swear to Satan. Because I love me a good co-op game. Like, when Eliza and I did big old co-op games back in the day, and Zach and I have done them before, and I've done them with, like, gangs of people. But there's nothing that isn't just, like, a battle royale, etc. coming out. Not to bring up sore subjects. We've come full circle. But yeah, there's just nothing. The last really good one I played was the one Eliza and I played. What was it? What was it? I think we were like this kid's shrunken parents who wanted to get a divorce or something. But it was like, it wasn't just, there happens to be two people, therefore there's going to be enough things to kill for two people. It was like puzzles that two people actually had to do two different things to figure out together and cooperate. And Eliza and I work really well together, so it worked really well. But those are the kind of games I fucking love. And they just kind of, I don't see a lot, but I always have an eye out because I too love them. I do want a game with people. I know. I'm trying to get my shit to load to see who's live. Who's doing shit? Shoulder hurts. Squeeze me. It Takes Two. Thank you. That game was so good. The ending was foobar, but the game was fucking good. Oh, really? They're not flavored to. Oh, that makes sense. It's probably something like don't make them appealing to children. Troubled, that's what Zach did, and now his vape is literally like it's less than 1% nicotine, and it has no smell or flavor. It's like mint. Like, I've never smelled his vape a day in my life, which is great. Because there ain't nothing more disturbing than walking down a sidewalk and suddenly having a lung full of, like, bubblegum ass. And being like, oh, goody, who's blowing fat clouds today? Not my favorite. You know what? My follow list ain't loading. I need to restart my computer. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. So I'm just going to leave you with a surprise. Surprise! Butt sex. Just ignore me. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I had a blast. I missed you guys. Yesterday was so weird because I woke up in such a good mood and so ready to go. And Twitch was like, not today. My heart fell out my beehole. So that was sad. What is today? Wednesday? Wednesday. Hump day. Tomorrow's Thursday. Nothing special. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll get to actually play some Diablo or something like that and make people, I don't know. Anytime someone's bitter about a game, they're like, does anybody even play this game anymore? But like, obviously people are still playing that game. You just being a bitter ass hoe about it. To each their own. I see the population quite high. Anyways, be good. Take your joy. Drink water. Clean your fucking bong. And be kind. The world is chaos and full of nightmares. It's the least we can do. Thank you for the good music. I enjoyed the rap tunes today. I don't have a bowl filled, but cheers. I will post cheers to you.